and really supporting each other. And that's what's great about it. Come into the Mookieverse. Come on in. Are we ready?
What's up, guys? Oh, okay.
So now it's time to shine a light on VR's remarkable influence beyond the realm of entertainment. So as you may or may not know, the VR Awards celebrates everything from healthcare to entertainment, which is why we're going to take a little moment to reflect on the pioneers of healing and learning. The importance of this is that VR transcends gaming and fun. Of course, we all know that, but it's also a force that's really, really redefining care and education. Tonight is also about the innovators leading this charge, and we've got finalists within this category who've really, really propelled VR into healthcare, education, and way beyond that.
Is this loud enough?
That don't just entertain.
There we go.
Know that they're
hey, what's up, Hercules? How you doing, brother?
And with individuals all together too. So I'm going to turn to our disruptors
Had some
among us. Our
meetings get canceled, so I figured we'd check out the VR Awards here. I never really got to watch this the previous years. What's up, Prop Logic? How you doing, brother? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good, Hercules.
VR and healthcare, and
Gonna try to pay attention to this while I'm also working on other things, but happy to see some of you guys joining in.
I mean, it's such an exciting space. Yeah, you're right. Gaming gets talked about all the time.
Same, Terex.
Even in enterprise, you're seeing a lot of utility sort of come up with the spatial formats. One of the projects that I've been working
still quiet
on
here.
Takes.
Oop, well, no, I made it.
Know is so in VR,
come on, stop meeting.
And really puts it to use to help patients escape the kind of treatments that they go through in long-term care in hospitals. The one that we're working on is with children's wards. And
Thanks,
VR for me is such
like
great
where
opportunity
I'm
to
just
take
watching
you to a
something.
magical, wondrous place.
It's kind of nice.
People use it to transport you to very real locations to broaden your understanding of what's happening around the world, and that's amazing as well. I've been using it to take people to sort of magical, fantastical lands so they can escape from something that is perhaps a stressful situation. So
these
that's
events always kind of bring out how much more VR is prevalent outside of gaming too, because I think all of these people
coming away from sort of the fantastical
kind of are more involved in
and
experiences and productivity versus
some of the spaces
like gaming.
that the nominees are bringing us into are very real worlds into surgery. Into operating theatres, and some of the level of
training other surgeons.
Absolutely,
thanks for the likes coming in on the
particularly
TikTok.
from afar.
That.
So you have a proctor surgeon. Maybe one example is between Paris and
How you
Myanmar,
been?
for example.
You excited for Davigo
over
tonight?
8,000 kilometres apart, and someone
I'm
is guiding
excited
one
for it.
surgeon to do an
had to
operation.
switch it up and decided to do that because I've been waiting for that game for a long time.
Stepping out of sort of the mythical into the very real and using it for kind of healthcare, medical. Particularly haptics when we're using the controllers where we're really precision detailed. Like it's phenomenal the stuff that we're doing now compared to where we started and kind of first person ethnography studies, realizing that actually learning in this way is really valuable in VR particularly.
Zane, Unstoppable, welcome in on the YouTube. How you guys doing?
The space of virtual reality and healthcare and besides training, like what's been catching your eye?
It's nice as well. It's such a clear, amazing use case that when technology moves so fast, and you talk to friends and people who aren't maybe working in this industry, you can speak about this category and instantly
we need subtitles.
Understand why VR is an important, amazing technology. And you covered loads of good stuff there. And then we were talking about mental health.
Oh, it's unavailable.
Well. Yes,
live stream, no subtitles.
People maybe have gone through PTSD or have anxiety or phobias, and with exposure
we're trying
training, where
Davigo tonight, Terex, DAVIGO, which has been teased for years, and I've been really waiting for it. It just released yesterday, and so it's basically one person's like the VR giant, and then 4 other people can join in to fight the VR giant, right? And you join in on PC, and any PC players can get the game for free on Steam. So I thought it was like the perfect kind of community night to try to change things up. I tested it out briefly yesterday with a buddy, and it's a ton of fun.
Which ties into what you said, perhaps, Rafi. It's about like being able to create fantastic, maybe mythical places, right? So the medium gives us the ability to create a safe space, right? So like
it's been teased for a long time.
I'm no expert, of course, but like mental troubles, or you know, if I'm going through some
pick it up,
trouble,
and if you guys want to be
finding it
participating tonight, I think I'm starting a little early, probably around 7 p.m. Central. I'm working on thumbnails and stuff for it right now.
User there,
but
to a place where they can feel safe.
It's probably worth jumping in and doing the tutorial.
The process, the healing process.
But make sure if you guys do plan to join tonight, you react in the community tonight channel, so that
we had, for example,
so that I know who's going to be coming, because I got to figure out how to like bring people in, because we can only do 4 at once, so we're gonna have to kind of queue it up. But that's fine. We'll figure it out today, and then maybe have something more put together next time.
People often said that it enabled them to unlock certain things in them. So. Yeah, definitely. The medium helps that.
Exactly, and kind of folding over with the topics in this section around healthcare.
So in case you guys don't know, the VR Awards covers more than just games, right? So these guys, like I said, are all kind of like involved in like some more enterprise level, it seems, like experiences and simulation type stuff, productivity, all that. And then eventually they'll get into like kind of like game creators and game dev studios and games and all that. I'm rooting for Ghost of Tabor though, because I think that they're part of this.
We learn, all of us learn in different ways. Like the most powerful thing that helps me learn something was going to be different for every one of us here. Some people respond really well to video training, but something that has become really evident with VR is that it's kind of like video training, but 100x, because it's the thing we talk about as VR creators or XR creators. There's an element of embodiment, there's a sense of place that you have, and there are more cues for you to link the learning to more. With video, it's kind of a few visual cues and maybe a time-based cues. But if you're in a 6DoF environment, you've got many other sort of data points around you to help you retain the information you're getting. The way we would learn in real life, if you're learning a craft or a skill where there's a physical activity involved, there's so many other things that get attached to the skill that you're learning that help you retain it. So VR is a really good emulation of that real-world learning.
And being able to interact and apply things, like rather than being a passive viewer of video, right? So that surely adds into it, I believe.
I should imagine,
And gaming plays a big part in education.
Well, I was going to say there's also part of doing it, the interactivity and sort of the autonomy that we're giving people when they're in headset. And also, as you say, Rafi, kind of the neural pathways that we're tapping into when we're doing this person perspective interactions. And I think
my
an interesting report recently was talking about people who are trained through XR and these mediums are actually 246% more confident in the tasks that they have learned than in a classroom. And also you can repeat things that might be, quite costly to repeat. You can do things that are not safe. You can do things that are at height. Talk about things at height. I'm just thinking about HTC have just sent out some headsets to the ISS space station. Right. I don't know if it's education. It may be well-being that the astronauts.
That'd be kind of interesting. Astronauts having VR to like pretend
reality
they're back on Earth
VR.
Try to stay sane.
Or just
I love it.
Or just escapism, right?
Maybe exactly.
Escapism. I need to get out of this.
All right, I'm gonna turn them down just a tiny bit, guys. Hopefully it's still loud enough.
Yeah.
It's like some of them, our mic volume is really low, and some of them it's pretty high.
And the training that folds into that, like, comes into play. And you must be, Luke, you must be finding so much, especially, within your really super awesome podcast we've heard on the VT, where your background lies in. So
education is such an awesome one as well, because it's so, I've got teachers in the family. Obviously they do amazing work as it is, but it's kind of like it's a bit of an easier
what's up,
Tess? One of the categories of VR, because it's kind of ripe for
I'm just gonna talk about hunting terrorists and zombies. Yeah, like is there any? I wonder if there's any like military like VR stuff that gets involved in these award shows. Maybe not. That's probably its own private private sector type thing.
Whatever is like. Is an easy sell for kids, and that work is going in now, and that stuff is amazing. Like I said before, it will be a category that is going to be massively interesting.
To watch.
Yeah, for sure.
One to watch in there. Yeah, so kind of covering a little bit of the
You know, if I don't get
enterprise
mentioned
section now, too.
once during the whole awards,
You know,
guys, I'm quitting
before we
VR
were
entirely.
Here in the studio, we were
I'm
kind
just
of, like,
kidding.
chatting
There, I
how
might
far
be
that
in a
enterprise
part of
does
it. I'm not sure
the
if it's
physical
something that
engineering
everybody
to
sees,
do that
but
gaming sector
in the
too,
impact reality
where are you
like group
seeing
that I'm
this
in,
space
because some of
develop
those guys are
and
out there,
thrive?
they asked people like to submit like a little video just wishing people luck, which I did. So maybe that'll be in this. I'm not sure if that was like a private viewing thing for them or if that is going to be actually in the awards show.
Like there's a great match there. Thinking about, like, say, imagine for example a manufacturing company, right? So and they may have these huge machines, and to train people they may need to shut down the plant, which is not good for business. So like now this medium creates this opportunity to do things that are otherwise either very costly or downright impossible. So this creates a huge interest in VR applications in enterprise, and the nominees in both the training and the enterprise category, we're seeing, like the enterprise category, we're seeing them as enablers of adoption of VR applications.
It's such a great phrase.
Yeah.
What's up, Anna Gamer? Welcome in.
And the training category, healthcare category, they are the, you know, like the
Hey JP, how you doing, brother?
And the technology companies that provide solutions and applications that help along this adoption will, you know, it's a benefit for the entire.
That's excited you.
Sorry, I had to click live, guys, so that it boosted ahead a little bit.
We need hours to cover all of the nominees.
And if you don't have volume, I think other people do, so I would just double check some things on your end.
But especially, again, from an engineering perspective, are there things that you are looking forward to?
Others on YouTube can hear it, right?
Be honored tonight, especially in the, you know, as far as like where the tech meets the enterprise.
It's well, it's hard for me to pick one, and I feel like I shouldn't.
No, I'm not asking that.
Audio's gone.
But yeah, like in enterprise category,
Is it working on Twitch, guys? Or TikTok?
Companies again, like providing these solutions.
I know Twitch was hearing it. It's weird that YouTube's not.
Enterprises build applications, right? Or, you know, like help the.
Okay, Tess, you're scaring me.
Which is the key.
I was like, I can tell audio is being pushed.
You need to think about the, you know, end-to-end processes. So it's not just about buying an application and some people using it. You need to think about the measurement of it, and I don't know, the reports, how it, you know, like even.
What's on the hand in the background there? You guys see that? It looks like a potentially like a hand, like a haptic type thing.
Working in this area is very exciting for me, especially, you know, coming from an
Fire?
background, process management background.
You're walking the dogs. Gotcha.
Like this being, increasing in numbers also helps, you know, like the company that I've worked.
I have it maxed out audio. Oh, whoops! No, I muted it. But I have it maxed out on YouTube and on my mixer, so it's like.
In addition to training,
Some of them.
Really exciting thing for enterprise is how the adoption of digital twinning.
Like they're kind of quiet in the actual video, but now they get loud. I think they're getting turned up.
A lot of the iteration and the errors that you get when you build stuff in the real world.
They're probably just kind of tweaking the audio.
VR technologies is a really exciting combination, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops over the coming years. But it also makes me think about what other ways can VR start adding value to industries where you can essentially rehearse and explore in a meaningful way a physical manifestation of an idea, but do it with the comfort of an undo button and a virtual iteration to get into before you get.
Like I saw a drone racing project that was training the physical drones on virtual simulations. So they're able to get the data. They rebuilt a physical room, did it VR, and were training the drone to race on the track, and then release it into the real simulation. You start thinking about, okay, that's getting really interesting. And the final point I was going to talk about was like accessibility as well as the other amazing.
Wait, okay, so they were training drones.
Up and they're starting here where they're going to
in a virtual track.
These simulations and learn wherever they want, and I think that's a really exciting thing for the next generation. Like, what an amazing time to be.
Sounds kind of interesting.
Coming into VR if you're coming up and coming into this industry, and this is your starting point. So it's cool.
And the accessibility issue is something that now we do talk about so much more in our worlds of VR and production.
All right, I need to finish this thumbnail.
But even thinking about those digital twins and the resolution and the pixel resolution, and thinking about the end user. So let's talk about that. Who are the end users in these categories? I mean,
I think that some of the projects in the nominees that we've seen in the being nominated highlight a lot of the pain points that you associate in the enterprise environment. We're at a point now where we can really throw some of those preconceived ideas out because of what this technology offers. The process of
You're getting a Quest 3 Fire? Is that a Christmas gift?
About
that's awesome.
A digital twinning, but also how we can have
digital twinning. By the way, guys, digital twins
the iteration
is a really cool concept.
Can we
where
build
you
it
have
without
like
the pain points of having to redo it all again?
So digital twins is like
we make cinematic.
You can have a physical, like say you have a big bridge, so you can have a digital twin of that bridge, which is just like a virtual recreation of it, and you can include like weather effects and things like that, and it can be. The digital twin setups can be like really interesting. There's like a lot to that can like improve things around the world that I think is really cool. So if you're ever interested in going down a rabbit hole, look up like the process of having like a digital twin.
Imagine for your group, it's essential because your output medium is
it's very cool. What's up,
experience.
Solar? How you doing, brother?
So as soon as possible, you've got to get into prototyping and storyboarding spatially, so you can work out all those things on scale and proximity. And even if your execution isn't going to be VR at the end of the day, if it's something like manufacturing or what have you, there are still spatial challenges and proportions that you to work out.
Like a use case that comes to mind is design review, which is akin to what you said, perhaps. But like imagine you're designing an engine or like a very big thing, right? And then you have CAD models and whatnot. Now, how do you see this, or how do you see this as a group? Like the natural medium is VR, so you jump into this VR session and have a look at it all.
Should look at how long each of these panels are.
The design, I mean, because it's not realized yet. One thing perhaps to, I don't know how much time is left, but like you mentioned automotive. So what they used to do is, and still do, is like clay models of new cars, right?
The pre-show is what we're watching now.
Like a very hard process now.
The ceremony is at 2, which is in less than an hour from now.
The tools and techniques that we're going to be talking about in all the categories, this and more.
And then the final part of the show. Okay.
Discussion, my lovely panel here, and we're only just scratching the surface.
What's up, girl? So yeah, I had some meetings get canceled this afternoon for work, so I figured while I'm doing other things for work, I could just check it out. Figured I'd represent a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I watched any of the previous ones. But figured while I work, I can have something on, right? Say hi to folks. Oh, here we go. We got some games coming in. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Arizona Sunshine. Here we go. This looks fun. We gotta play through Arizona Sunshine.
We've got a lot in common, you and me. We both been.
See, we're seeing an ad for a game. Here we go.
We find fucking Patient Zero and we chop him up to carry with us.
Fucking Patient Zero.
Do what he did, but damn, it's gonna feel fucking good to get some justice.
See, this is the exciting stuff. This is what we're here for.
Must be the guy who
was last year's pretty bad.
He's Patient Zero. God, all this damn walking. Well, for Patient Zero, like he hasn't made me suffer enough, you know? Patient Zero, asshole motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck you up.
There you go. I do like that we were gonna have a dog in Arizona Sunshine too. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered it yet, Grailsy, but I should. Arizona, I mean, the first one was great. Like it's just good.
It's gonna be okay, bud.
Good quality
it's gonna
fun.
Be okay.
Aww. Nothing permanent better happen to that dog. That's all I'm saying. It's $50. I mean, Solar, I gotta be honest, Arizona Sunshine is really well done. The first one is well done. This one looks like it's gonna be well done. $50 is a lot, but I mean, that's just like basically AAA title game pricing. Actually cheaper, right? Because a lot of games, if you're talking flat screen, are, you know, over that. But no, I mean, it's a lot. I agree. Hopefully there's a lot of campaign. You got a review key for it, JP? Nice. Maybe I should. You know what? Maybe I should try to pull some strings. Oh, I might be in this part, guys. I might have made a cringy video for this.
Every day, and I can't wait to see who takes home that prize. Good luck.
The announcer had bad jokes in the last
everybody,
one.
I'm VR Central. Thank you so much
Yeah,
to
I'm
all
in
the
this
amazing
part.
VR creators bringing more and more
Check my
awareness to
emails.
the VR space.
All right,
And
I'll double
thank you
check.
to the incredible VR studios that are building VR hardware and software, making all of this possible. I hope that all of you
We're the
enjoy
only one that
awards
had
and show your
ads. Well,
support to
hopefully
the
it's different this
phenomenal
time.
people making VR happen.
Oh, mine was really quick.
Hi, it's Jasmine from VR with Jasmine.
I think we're gonna
just
see
wanted to
me
say
though, guys.
Good luck to all the finalists, and you all do so much for the AR and VR industry.
I also
so
recorded
thank
mine
you
in
and
portrait,
good luck.
so we'll see how they did that.
Hey everyone, it's Todd from QTC VR Gamer, and I just wanted to wish everyone from Beardo Banjo to VR Oasis the best of luck at this year's 2023 VR Awards for Content Creator of the Year.
All right, guys, Tigress here.
Okay, she did it in portrait too.
Are finalists in the VR Awards for VR Content Creator of the Year. I literally can't decide who I want to win, but I just wanted to wish them all good luck, and I'll be here cheering them on in the background.
What is up, everybody? It's Gecko, and I'm just here to show my love and my support for all the creators up here going for Content Creator of the Year. Sorry, VR Content Creator of the Year. I can't wait to see who wins personally. Yeah, I'm just here to show my support, and I'll catch you guys later.
TDVR Gaming here. I just want to give a special shout out to my
Rocking the
creator friend,
Tabor
VR
hat,
Jasmine and
TD.
Bearded Banjo.
I like
Hope you
TD.
win, buddy. And a big shout to the #1 game, Ghost of Tabor.
Hey VR Awards, Substatica here. I'd
Hey,
like to wish
Substatica.
all the nominees good luck, and to remind everyone to take a
As if
moment
he can't
and
stand you.
appreciate not only
I mean,
this
I
night
don't
of
know. I don't know if it
celebrating
has to be bad.
excellence,
I guess it
but
depends on how
also this
bad
amazing
how bad it
community
is for you.
and the era of innovation that we're lucky to be living in. Thank you to all of you for your varied contributions, and I'll see you in another reality.
Hey guys, Styles Snail here, wishing luck to all of the VR creators in the 7th International VR Awards. Look at all these creators with their awesome stuff in our awesome little niche. And also good luck to all the other groups, small projects, and companies in all of the other awards that are going on.
Hey y'all, Sovox here. I just want to say congratulations to all those who were nominated for VR Content Creator of the Year. It's amazing to see so many of my friends,
We got
and
a
so
lot
many
of people
creative
on this.
people on this list. So
You still
please continue
jBahr's
doing
line?
what you're doing, bringing new
What's
people into
jBahr's
the virtual
line?
world, and congratulations on your nomination.
Hey there, this is Skiva with
Skiva.
Between Realities, and I am here to wish all my friends
up,
in the
James?
VR
How you doing,
Content
James? Good
Creator
to see you,
of the
buddy.
Year category the best of luck in tonight's awards. I also want to say thank you to everyone in the VR industry for helping make this
Skiva's
awesome
part of the
technology a
finalists
reality.
for
Thanks again,
something.
and I'll see you Between Realities.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. My name's Samson from the Let's Talk Oculus podcast. You must be enjoying the VR awards with me. Good luck to all the creators out there, and long live VR.
Oh, I'll see in another reality. Yeah.
Hey everyone, this is D Scruffles from the Rough Talk VR podcast.
right.
Congratulations to everybody nominated today. Win or lose, even just being nominated for an award here today is huge. So good luck to everyone and be proud.
Did my video not make it in? I know I submitted one.
The energy is eclectic here at the
Did they
AIX
not play mine?
7th International VR
Maybe they'll
Awards
do more.
pre-show. And
Maybe they'll do more. I don't know.
We're coming to you
But if
live
I
from
get
the
skipped,
Flux
oh well.
Innovation Lounge, home of the new, powered by EngageWorks.
Maybe I'm not cool
right
enough.
Here in beautiful Greenwich in London.
If them turn it off. No.
So we're also counting down the minutes into the live ceremony, and we
Yeah, I'm
know
sure there
we're
was
gonna be
plenty of
starting
people
at
in there.
Rotterdam, so let's keep the comments rolling in. Keep the
You getting
lines
interviewed on a
rolling.
podcast today, James? That's all
Amp up
right.
this global conversation
Take some
on
breaths,
X
calm the nerves.
At #VRA.
Yeah, it might be split
Be
up.
sure
It
to
might be split
follow
up. I'm not
at
worried if
VR
I mean
Awards
if they
for the
didn't have
latest
room for it.
updates.
That's not. I'm not
Okay,
gonna.
we're gonna shift
I'm not
gears
gonna
just a
cry.
teeny tiny little bit at the next segment, Agents of Change, right? This is where we spotlight those game changers who have really used virtual reality to make a tangible difference. Thinking about those newcomers disrupting the status quo, the visionaries really reimagining the scope of the VR enterprise.
You know, your boy jBahr here is probably the only content creator who actually uses a VR treadmill all the time. So if we're talking about social impacts,
innovative VR firm.
cry,
and
do
a
it.
location-based
I can't
entertainment
cry even
hub.
if I try, man. It just doesn't
Right.
happen.
Let's get stuck into this one.
They didn't ask you for a video, Greltsy?
So the social impact of
It's a
the year,
damn shame.
rising VR company of the year, innovative VR company of the year.
Well, at least you didn't go through the work to make one and
Lots
not
to
have it
cover
in
here
there.
in a little short space of time. Where should we begin? I got some nodding heads here from jBahr.
Social impact, I think, is one of the areas that
Yeah, it's up to you,
can
Noodle.
shine and does shine. Like, I mean, having had a look at the some of the nominees. One thing, for example, I can't help but say, which because I thought about it, is there was this one about Martin Luther King, right? So this is. I find it important because that made me thinking. Okay, so this is taking me back in time, right? And I find it important because, for the people
it's all good, Soldier.
So the things that
I don't see. I'm not I'm still yet to be I would say a consistent creator. I guess my streams are pretty consistent, but I don't I need to. My goal is to have shorts once a day and long form once a week. That would be my cadence, and I just haven't met that yet. I do it all on my own. And I full-time job and family stuff always kind of keeps me grounded. So it's all good. We're gonna. I got some pretty cool plans for this next year, and hopefully going to be able to hit it hard again. This last year has been really tough with work.
Around them. So this is, I think, this very, very, very powerful thing that this medium can do.
Yeah, that project I thought was so well written because,
I feel like they're going to play more of them.
Even though it was talking about a very specific movement in the US, in a specific country at a particular time.
GTA VR.
The way it's
it was talked about a long time ago.
Whatever era you come
What's up,
from,
JP? He's talking about a review key for Arizona Sunshine 2 broken.
To, whether it's about housing or voting or your political awareness in whatever part of the world you're in, I found it remarkably accessible. So you didn't have to see it just through the lens of U.S. politics or U.S. history and the civil rights movement there, but you could actually look at it through contemporary eyes wherever you are today.
What are we on now?
And I could absolutely see parallels. On one hand, sad that we can still see parallels, but on the other hand, very.
This is the VR Awards broken. This is the 7th International VR Awards. So a bunch of people that we've seen are out there. So this first panel. So this encompasses everything, even outside of gaming. So this first panel, all these people are involved in kind of more enterprise level, like simulation stuff, productivity stuff in XR, all of that. But there's going to be game content creator and game dev, game award type things too coming up soon. The actual ceremony for people to start winning awards happens in about 45 minutes.
Together, things that you could just never experience.
It was talked about but never happened, James. That's correct. Meta, Facebook, whatever was going to make it. The Zuck man himself talked about it, and then let's quit our jobs, leave our families, buy a house together, and become famous. You know what, girl? See, if I was a younger man without the family already, that'd be an option. But yeah. We can make it. It's just going to take longer.
Perspective shaping.
That's how I keep. That's how I keep thinking of it.
The Martin Luther King piece was, and they did it very cleverly. And you're absolutely right with the writing. Was they took the story, but then you played games that, as an individual, they're like, okay, let me just explain this to you. In case this isn't your first-person perspective of your lived reality, let me make this land with you in a way that you might get this. And so that way of getting audiences to really connect and help shape their perspective of something that they otherwise would not be able to see because they've been built.
I've been feeling, dude. My back and shoulder have been just absolutely wrecked for the last couple of days, and it's not like I did anything crazy, It's just being old and falling apart.
And we can really feel the intimidation when the police.
Oh, it's all good, broken. I haven't ever really watched these, and normally I wouldn't be doing this during the day because I'm working, but I'm. Had some meetings get canceled, so.
You really get to feel that I've never thought of every single individual part of my body in such a detailed way and how I'm put together, and it really shapes my perspective or changed my perspective on how I relate to my body.
I think that form of the empathy, the connection.
Dr. Friday for your back. Back issues are the worst.
Applicable to all the nominees in this category for social.
I've had them ever since I played football from a pretty young age until I was older, and then after school stuff, I played competitive volleyball, sand volleyball, from when I was 18 until literally this is the first season right now that I'm not playing because of my shoulder issues.
Award. We know that this is a category for these folks that have been working so hard, especially during the pandemic. We all know this. So it's we've been persevering, finding that space, finding our audiences, and finding our voices. Coming from indie productions, we can all chip in here. I think.
That's right, FTF. You'll get there one of these days.
Working so hard and finally getting some recognition, even as a nominee.
Oh, it's funny. In my overlay thing, you're still FTF, but now I see you as Bawetta.
The way that they are taking some of their
oh, is it supposed to be like Beretta? Is it Bawetta?
Through a modern lens in terms of what does the future world
This is more awards versus announcing things, I'm pretty sure.
Example, one nominee. We're going to build games that actually increase your well-being.
At the skate park? Yeah, there you go, JP. That's the start of it.
Things that feel good as a human. And so
you show your ass muscle? Yeah, it sounds like that would literally be a pain in the ass.
Grounded.
Damn. Yeah, that would suck. I don't think I've ever tore a muscle.
In the world, coming out the back of the
they announced a couple games last year? Okay. Yeah, hopefully then we'll see something. I didn't watch it last year.
Statement, but like we're all in industry together, everyone's competing in a way, but yes, also like we all want this medium in this industry.
We should just make it one category and then that's it.
Yeah. It's like, if you're an Indian, you're grinding every day, and we probably all know exactly what that feels like, and you're kind of, sometimes it's heavily stacked against you, like, if anything, there's the ones to support the most and really recognise. And
right on.
So yeah, here's to a really important category.
What are the award categories?
Yeah.
They are VR Hardware of the Year, VR Game of the Year, VR Experience of the Year, VR Film of the Year, VR Marketing Campaign of the Year, Rising VR Company of the Year.
Maybe we can kind of cover this from a storytelling point of view, from
that's what I'm
technology point of view, from a, the audience point of view. So jumping in first, ladies and gentlemen.
I think this is in like the Netherlands or something. Grelzy.
Being nominated for.
There are what's up, Andy. There are VR films. I've never dove into that. But there's like VR filmmaking. I don't know, like if maybe whatever wins, I should check out.
Sometimes it's about using the tech that we've come to understand over the past few years in an interesting way, or not trying to reinvent the wheel, but just using it in a very powerful way.
Oh, the VR experience of a year can't be location based, so it can't be like those places where you go to and like play a VR game or something like that. Amsterdam. Okay. I think Skiva had a post he was in the Netherlands, but this is in Amsterdam.
Use 360 photos and video to communicate the idea. And as a creator, I've long ignored anything that wasn't a 6DoF execution.
What are the nominees? Let me see. Finalists.
Would only do 6DoF. But here you have something that's incredibly affecting.
So there was nominees in this finalist, but you're looking for Game of the Year. So Game of the Year.
And I appreciate it wasn't didactic. It was really just showing
location-based entertainment, VR marketing campaign, film
specific
experience.
Areas of the world.
All right, so we got Ghost of Tabor, The Light Brigade, Peaky Blinders, Dyschronia, Call of the Sea, Among Us VR. That better not win. Before Your Eyes, The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners Chapter 2, Horizon Call of the Mountain, No More Rainbows, Barbaria, and Propagation Paradise Hotel. It's interesting because I haven't played a lot of what's on that list. But like, it doesn't mean that I've played everything that's good. It's just interesting that some of those I haven't even like what's Before Your Eyes. It's from the Call of the Sea VR. Like what is that game? Some of these might just be like PSVR 2 exclusives I haven't tried yet either.
And like flip sides, that's it.
Call of the Sea isn't.
You're using the power of VR, but also
like what's Call of the Sea? Has anyone here played that?
YouTube or wherever, Twitch, in a way that where people are, and
Andy,
in a way they recognize.
You watch it, okay? You're on thin ice, buddy.
And more broadly, even with mixed reality stuff, I just noticed it with my friends who aren't deeply in this.
No, yeah. Pavlov is not winning any awards in my book.
Into a world without isolating them first, and then once they kind of like that and they come in, and then you show them some amazing VR experiences there.
I'm hoping GOT has it, man. I really do.
In real time, it's
There's an area of inclusiveness about that as well too, because some VR can be.
Peaky Blinders wins when the hey, we'll see, man. I think any awards show anywhere probably has all that going on, right? Where there's some bit of a
collaborating remotely.
Favoritism.
Multiplayer gaming has been around for a couple of decades. We just take it as whatever. It's old tech. That tech stack has been around forever. It's just constantly refined, and it's real time, and everything's great in gaming. But for something like surgery and all that, it is a really innovative use of that tech stack because of what it means for that particular sector.
Yeah, no, I was thinking along the same lines as as in the conversation.
I haven't played Peaky Blinders yet, but I do have a key for it.
So it's like,
do you know what, FTF? You might have reminded me. I might actually have keys I can give away during the
that we're not accustomed to, or in a way that's not staring at us in the face, right?
I got an idea.
Like,
I think I was given a few keys to give away for Peaky Blinders. Maybe we can do something with that tonight.
Or this medium can think of is like, yeah, I go to space and I don't know, like I have an avatar, I can do this. I mean, the avatar, the others are seeing my avatar, I have my hands and whatever. But then, like, pushing the capabilities so that
GTA would be cool to win, being an FPS with realism. Yeah, I mean, it's been incredibly popular.
Conveying information or feelings. That's what I think the innovation is about in this space.
Most days of work for you, yeah.
And
I hear you there.
Not very well known. Not very well known by any of us, I think. Like by it, I mean like the limits, what we can do. This is something that all of us, like collectively, are, you know.
Yeah, I would say VR is still pretty early on for us to.
Like, can I do? I don't know, like some tricks with point of view, or like when the user is looking this way, can I do something else in here, so that, you know, like to enhance my storytelling or conveying of feelings or conveying of information or things like this.
Exactly.
Hi, Jewel. Thank you so much for the follow.
Really great
Appreciate that.
segue into location, the LBE entertainment category. LBE, location-based entertainment, something very close to my heart, and throughout my career trajectory working with
that's an Animal Crossing style game.
You guys here knowing that,
Call
like,
of the Sea?
where can experience be best, you know, sometimes with actual humans in a location-based environment. So thinking about the beginning of like arcades and amusement parks, another 150-year-old amusement park. We just got back from AWE in Vienna, so you see like the Prater and all these. We go there to be entertained, and you get the excitement from that group feeling in person. And we've seen the rise of the Sandbox VR and things like that. You know, Park Playground, I know, are nominated. They've been.
What's up, Brandon VR? How you doing?
Especially during lockdown. In Belgium, to be building.
These people talk. You guys are brutal. It's a panel. They're supposed to be talking.
Like, where have you guys seen location-based entertainment?
Don't worry, the awards are coming up in like a half hour.
Especially accumulating around the dozen or so nominees that we've got. So
I have to say, the In Pursuit of Repetitive Beats is just like, in terms of bringing to life a time in history, recent history, that you get there, you're spatially tracked, it's interactive.
Well, I don't even know what they're talking about right now.
You feel connected. You feel the.
What's up, Big Lou? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for checking in.
Space that you're in to do this.
Yes, top of the hour is when the actual awards are given, from what I can see on their itinerary.
It really feels good as an LBE.
Yes,
you can step into that world.
And that's another example of a company that comes from a filmmaking background. I've known these guys for a while, and.
Yeah, they're kind of just talking.
With brands, making promos, connecting, you know, within the music industry and the brand environment, and it is about connecting.
My Little Pony VR could be pretty lit.
What excites you as a fan of entertainment? The E is.
Can I show you guys? No, it won't work if I do it like that, because I'm.
I don't know if people know, they are nominated tonight, but they are working with some of the biggest DJs in the world to basically, bring amazing live events. There's a few others doing similar stuff, but they've also integrated kind of the AI NPC stuff.
See what you guys think of my DeVigo thumbnail here. One second, I'm working on it for tonight.
And report back to you what nights it went out to and all these things are coming. But like,
without the hangover.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's easy.
But yeah, we were talking about, you know, the test of VR about
be a
doing
floating
something
head.
you can't do and getting on that stage with that
Bitus.
and seeing it from their point of view and like triggering just things in the world.
What's the game of the week on the Oculus? God, game of the week for Quest.
Number one experience we want to have, but it's not just about.
What would it be for me right now?
Things it's about opening up a world where you can do stuff that you just cannot do in the physical world.
Probably. All right. What are people? So Lou is on YouTube, guys, asking what he thinks what we think the game of the week is.
I'm looking to you thinking from like a hardware point.
What is everyone playing on the Quest right now?
We've seen the hardware and the kit change so much.
I do have a key for Peaky Blinders. I plan to play that, Lou, and that looks fun, and that's actually a part of the finalists here. So I wonder if that's a good game. I like the show. So
where do you think these experiences are going to?
That's maybe why I'm interested.
Even a year from now, we come back in a year from now and start to.
The location-based ones. Well, yeah, with the advancement of capabilities of hardware.
Okay,
like
close out of
I'm
that.
taking it, like, also from a point of view of transforming the space, like.
I mean, Ghost of Tabor is still kind of what I'm rooting for today, and that's been getting updated like crazy. So
the more
if you haven't been playing that on Quest, you got to get in there.
The wearables, like the device that the users put on, or the devices, even devices, but also the other electronic hardware, like that haptics and whatnot, like that helps. Yeah.
Reviving someone, like if if they've gone down in a game, like a zombie's got them, and you have to physically touch their shoulders to revive them. It's such a mad experience.
Yeah. So yeah.
Right, it makes us like, I want to go. Oh, well, let's all go to production. Let's all go get our backpackers on and just go deep dive in. So thank you for this section. There's part 2 there. So much more to unpack. And again,
wait, now what are we doing?
Many amazing.
Are we moving on?
We're not able to like cover them all, but we're thinking of everybody in our hearts and wishing everyone so much great luck tonight. That didn't make sense, but we're gonna move on. So every story.
Sniper Elite Winter expansion. Is Sniper Elite Winter? Is that a good game? Like, are people actually playing it and having a good time? Because the first one that came out was the first VR game that I had to rage quit.
But these dialogues are merely the opening act.
It was not well done.
And we encourage you to keep checking out virtual reality whenever you have a chance to, too. So
Check
we're going to have a
this out,
little bit
guys.
of a break. We'll be back in a flash and a
Oh, a little break.
further.
Here, you guys tell me what you think of my DeVigo thumbnail while we're on a break
keep
here.
yourselves linked in. Keep the comments coming.
Does that
and
look
we'll
good?
See you in a moment.
Just finished it up, I think. I think we'll stick with that. But this is what we're going to be playing tonight, guys. So good time to shout it out maybe while I'm here. So if you guys haven't done it yet and you are interested, we do VR community nights once a month where people can sign up in the Discord. I have a VR community night channel that you sign up in and you can play. Oh, here, let's look at this.
Nick, watch out. Keep moving forward.
So this is okay. So I am actually excited for Stride here. I have a key for this. Haven't played. I never played the first one, but I do think that this game will be awesome on the treadmill. And I always thought that. I just have never gotten to actually playing it.
Strike from the shadows.
Very Mirror's Edge, but it does look pretty cool.
That's not how I imagined work at Skychase.
He said it's worth $10. Is it only $10? Oh, $15. Okay. Yeah, I mean. But is that like, does that mean it's good or not? You know what I mean? Like if it's worth, I mean, a lot of things are worth $10 that are pretty mediocre.
Won't lie. Sometimes it's enjoyable. Even though it's not an easy job. And you get creative at Skychase. All the time.
Oh, look at that thing.
Death.
Oh, that's like an Atom Smasher knockoff. Stride looks fun though, I will say. I'd be down to try some Stride. There's no way to gauge content volume and all that. Yeah. I agree. I have a key though. I got one. Oh, here we go. Maybe we're in this one.
That are up for VR Content Creator of the Year. This list is big this year, and honestly, I'm so excited.
Impact Labs? You mean like the Impact Reality people? I think I mean I'm a part of a lot of that.
And of course, good luck.
Hello everyone, it's Otterworldly. I just wanted to congratulate all of the nominees for this year's
Otterworldly
VR Content Creator of the Year award. You all deserve it. You've done an amazing job spreading the awesomeness of VR. Wish I could be there to celebrate with you all, but I wish you all the best of luck.
What's going on, everybody, at the VR Awards?
It's
me,
Obscure Nerd.
VR, and I can't see you right now because my headset is turned off. I should have turned it on so I could see. What's going on? Big love to everybody at the VR Awards and all my friends in the VR Content Creator of the Year category. You're all brilliant. It's a good year for VR, and next year will probably be better based on the math I've done. Much love. See you next year, and peace be with you. I don't know why I did that. I thought it'd be cool. I can't see again.
Hey, this is Eric from Q2C VR Gamer. I'd like to wish all the finalists for Creator of the Year the
I like
best of
Eric's
luck, especially some of
VR
my
headset
favorites.
wall behind him.
Kaz and Sherry, Nacy,
My shit's
Mike
not
VR
organized.
Oasis, Nacy, and let's not forget Mateo311. No, yeah, shout out to my boys at Combat Waffle Studios, and my vote for Game of the Year goes to Tabor. Take it home, fellas.
Hey everybody, jBahr here. Just
Hey,
want to
there he
say
is.
big congrats to all of you finalists at the VR Awards.
I had to do it on the
Good luck
treadmill.
out there.
You know me.
Remember to keep moving, and I hope to see you there one day. Cheers.
Does anyone
here, and I just can't believe we're being mentioned during the International VR Awards. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
there it was.
Huge congratulations.
There
to
was
everybody
my-
else that got
my
mentioned.
contribution.
Big congratulations to finalists. Good luck to all of you, and thank you to anybody out there who's ever tuned in or supported the VR community. Because seriously, this is a dream come true. Thank you.
jBahr's computer is so extra.
My name is Daybreak, and I am here to wish the best of luck to my fellow VR content creators nominated for the Best VR Creator of 2023.
Hi guys, it's me, David. You've all put out amazing content this year that you should really be proud of. I've had the
Breachers
pleasure
gets
of meeting most
honestly,
of you in
Breachers
person,
definitely
and I gotta say,
deserves to
you're
be
all
up
so
there.
passionate
Brandon,
about
you're
it.
absolutely
It's
right
great to
about
see
that.
you succeed like this. Best of luck
Incredibly
in
well
all
polished VR
categories,
game.
But of course, I want to give a congratulations to whoever it is that's gonna win VR Content Creator of the Year. You got this. See you guys sometime soon.
Hey, Adam Bombardi here. Rooting for my girls Nazy, Fia, Cass and Sherry, and former F Reality podcast hosts Mike and Nathy. Also crossing my fingers for Skydance with Saints and Sinners Chapter 2. Good luck to all the nominees. Now it's back to zombie slaying for me. Peace.
Hey VR Awards, Dan from Playtest VR here and one half of the Let's Talk Oculus podcast crew. I just want to wish a massive congratulations and best of luck to all
Let's
the
Talk
VR content
Oculus, huh?
creators
That's
who
not even a
got
thing
nominated
anymore.
This year, you are doing the best work and trying to push this medium to mainstream. So good luck to everyone.
Hello everyone, Chubby here, Snell reporting for duty. I want to give a huge thank you for all the nominees at the ceremony because you are the heart and soul of VR. You enable idiots like me to play video games and yell at cameras for a living, so thank you for that. But extra special shout out to all my friends.
He's smart. He put his YouTube.
Be sure to celebrate hard
Chubby
and
was
keep
smart.
on inspiring the next generation of creators.
Hello everybody, I'm Shivi, a VR gaming content creator. I'm here to wish everyone good luck on the VR Content Creator of the Year. There's so many familiar faces this time around. I just wanted to say that I'm proud of you all.
I'm not sure
Hi,
if they
y'all,
still if they do a show or not.
I just wanted to congratulate
I
all
would
the
assume,
nominees for
maybe?
VR Content Creator of the Year. I am wishing you all the best of luck.
Dang.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AIXR 7th International VR Awards pre-show. If you're just tuning in, no worries at all. You can
This is
always
the
rewind and
pre-show.
fast forward and put us on a little different speed setting. But what's happening now is that we are in the middle of high
Put a grill on it.
and gearing up for the main event live from Rotterdam, the Netherlands, EU. But don't stop the conversation.
Yeah, the Netherlands. They just said the Netherlands. Tass. They're in Rotterdam.
Share your must-see moments. Let us know what you're doing right now.
I think they were in Amsterdam.
Give those shout-outs out on X.
On the way or something
using,
else.
the hashtag VRA23, and also catch all the behind-the-scenes excitement by following at VR Awards. So we're now
25
gonna
minutes.
Switch the mood up just a little bit and turn our attention to the storytellers and visionaries of virtual reality. So just to kind of set the scene, this
I tell
segment
stories.
is about where we are deep diving into the enchantment of storytelling.
I'm not a very good storyteller.
The audacity of dreams. We're casting a spotlight on the virtuosos of VR marketing, the cinematic pioneers venturing into this virtual territories, the experiences that are surpassing just mere immersion and blowing our minds, and the content creators who have used their voices to really set new benchmarks.
Okay, so now we're moving on to content creators. That's exciting.
We're now going to deep dive into the VR marketing campaign, the VR film, VR experience, and the VR content creator
VR marketing campaigns.
Hello, guests. Right. What you don't see during the break is us completely chatting away about all of these topics and more. And again, there's so many amazing nominees here that we just are not able to cover them. But what an exciting thing. Once upon a time, we were kind of all starting out in this industry within XR and virtual reality, and there was like about 10 projects and 10 groups. And now we have amazing categories and amazing award shows like this. And, you know, where do we start from here, too? So
It does look like they put there's a lot that goes into these, though. I mean, despite, you know, what they know or what they don't know. Seems like they're at least pumping a bunch of money into these award shows. Kind of neat.
What is happening within this space? So, like,
Upload VR showcase next week, Wednesday or Thursday. Oh, really? I need to start paying more attention to these kind of events, Brandon, so that I can, like, if I have opportunities like this, so I can actually just watch them with you guys. I never really pay attention when they're coming up, and if they're during the day like this, it's rare for me to be able to
headsets and who already love this
to cover it.
So they're, you know, obviously very different things, but I did a cool kind of meta installation where they did a physical build. It was around The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, and Ghostbusters, The Rise of the Ghost Lord, I think, and it was interesting.
Wasn't Ghostbusters a bit of a flop?
And a newcomer point of view, that people who probably didn't have a headset were walking past a billboard in the street that was physical. You go in, it was one of those, you know, live immersive theatre type things. As part of that, there was an experience with the new headset, and I just thought it's
You're writing HTML right now? Nice. I played around with
clever
HTML back in the day, but I can't. I'm not
really
like a coder by any means. Like, I mean, HTML is HTML, but you know, my day job is I manage developers and a QA team, but I am not a developer. I cannot front end or back end stuff. I do not have the patience.
And I think it's a nice way to kind of break that fourth.
I was kind of looking forward to Stranger Things. We watched that.
Coming to VR, I think is really interesting. But we mentioned about marketing in VR to people who already have headsets. Might be good to chat about.
Yeah. I think it's a new style that I think we need to adapt, because I think the VR audience is, when you're immersed, it's not a flat screen. You do want to touch and engage things, and it's interesting because it was a really slick, really seamless experience of Chanel in VR that was at Venice last year.
Chanel in VR?
You get to go into the
Coco
environment
Chanel?
And, it's actually multi-sensory because you get to smell the perfumes and stuff. And I come away from that brand feeling like I had a really personal connection.
I mean, that's kind of a like.
Piece, so,
I mean, I get it, because like promoting products by using VR is actually a pretty neat way to do it. But I mean, how many people that are like Coco Chanel,
what do audiences really want to see and
like
feel to
purchasers are like
I mean, it's a really
doing that right now. Interesting.
Exciting space.
Tipping point that I've seen the last couple of years, and brand agencies and bigger agencies like now have like head of immersive.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying
that's how it works sometimes, Grelty, right?
Yeah. Immersive.
Always doing stuff that you technically aren't supposed to have to do.
Yes, it's visual languages they're developing, but like, encouragingly, what I've seen in the last 18 months is that it's actually an immersive language they're developing. So with the LBE stuff, the fact that they're realizing, particularly for that brand, for Chanel, that smells play a crucial part in their story. So that, of course, it's a perfect medium for them to
Smell is a very important sense when it comes to being immersed.
For that whole immersive journey. The interesting thing about the Ghostbusters thing is it felt like to me it wasn't timed with any other activity from Sony Pictures who released the film. Like, it wasn't a tie-in with the feature film that came out a couple of years ago, and it's not a tie-in with a new product launch or an upcoming film. It felt like
Weird, it was a one-off, oddball kind of.
Well, yeah, you would think one-off, but actually it's more. It feels like, I'm hoping, it stands on its two. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
The brand is big enough.
It's indicative, perhaps, that the studios are.
Have they not played it? I'm pretty sure everyone said it was ass.
Is worth putting a lot of effort into, because it is something just like a video game would be, something worth doing in and of itself.
That's telling that you thought it should come out at the same time as something else, because you saw, or perhaps you expected it to be an extension.
No, because that's been the norm.
Yeah,
but I was pleased that it wasn't tied into a film.
Nice. Because marketing traditionally is to promote.
You just sit there and get paid. That's right.
Marketing a product, a release, a brand.
I did see that the RE4 remake.
So I know like a lot of the
on PSVR is coming.
Mix between those two, the brand experience and.
Is that coming to Meta as well?
You'll see something in store, launch a QR code. Go back home and experience this too. So I'm kind of like, folding into the wider sense of the next big one, around filmmaking. So again, we've seen this grow so much, and kind of like where an Ozo was kind of capturing with 360 cameras into now immersive 180. And especially as the devices get a little bit more sophisticated and our connectivity gets a bit better and the resolution of these screens come into play.
A little disconnected.
How important is filmmaking in VR?
I mean, I was going to jump in and say visuals. Well, I was just going to say, obviously, yes, we do make.
All right, what was I just going to do? I was going to check my mail because JP was suggesting that I should check it.
Felix and Paul Studios, what's come out of them is stunning, and kind of their Space Extended piece is really, we touched on it already about things that you can't get to in VR, but the cinematic visuals, like having that, I know you were saying about 360 film earlier, actually when it's set up and written the right way and it feels incredible, I think when you have those kind of visuals immersively, I think it's a really, really powerful space for VR films to live.
That goes with the filmmaking, as we know, coming from production and creative and broadcasting, we've seen the cameras change so much, and the way
Arizona sunshine
and super high powered lenses.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything from them yet. I do need to remember to check my spam though.
Finding its way into this stuff from a production point of view.
I mean,
what I realized with that 360 piece, the Arctic piece, is that there's room for all of it, all these different elements. And in the past I was snobbish about, well, it's got to be 6th off or go home. But
Please make a T-shirt.
But the 360 thing really made me. But the 360 piece really made me go, hang on, don't throw there's room for all of it. Embrace everything. Don't replace anything. Just pick according to the story you want to tell.
Don't replace. That's another T-shirt. He's full of it. Do you work in marketing?
I was just going to say story. That's exactly it. Yeah. It's the story that you're trying to tell with the medium, and whether that's a 360 camera, whether that's VR, whether that's AR, whatever those mediums are. It's particularly, obviously, 360 and VR. It's the story every single time.
Of course, yeah.
Story tells.
Yeah. It's the story.
Right? Like maybe innovation chat with there's this medium, there's the this old medium or like old way of doing things. So how does that transform into this one? Does it transform, or like how does the content itself transform so that it like we're talking about now, a film in VR? Yeah. So like all interesting explorations, I think here, which ties into all the innovation talks that we were
coming down to human empathy. Yeah. What are you? Who is this for? What are you creating this for? Who is this for? How will they experience it? How are they going to tell their friends about it? I mean,
has anyone here tried like some sort of VR experience, like kind of like the stuff that they're talking about, or a VR film that they really liked? The only thing I can think of is like Richie's plank experience, which if you use an actual plank, right, that can be pretty immersive, but that's more of a game. They're talking about, I think, more high-level stuff here.
Evolved in the last, 7 years now, something like that, since 20.
The pages.
We've seen the craft sort of develop with this space. It's
VR porn.
It's really encouraging.
I'm surprised that doesn't have a category here.
Number of companies and
that's a big industry.
Are being not just
it probably has its own category in
all these categories.
At different kind of events.
A friend of mine who I worked with prior to my work in VR, I used to direct and write for television, and in the 2D video format. Old school. I mean, I still do, but I do a lot of VR now. But
pancake, flat screen.
Was a DOP that I worked with back in those days, and we just caught up recently. And he hasn't played much with VR, but he was asking me, how do you guide the viewer's eye? And my instant response was, well, with color and light is kind of what I do.
Nice.
Some bits, light it, and sound. Yeah. So then he was like, oh, just like film then. I was like, not exactly like film, but you're using some of the founding tools. And what you're seeing with, certainly this year, what really stuck out to me is that there's the language of the immersive formats, the vocabulary is starting to get established in a very interesting way. Not to say that there's a formula, not at all, but there are some building blocks that go into a successful VR narrative.
Of course.
I'm sure you deal with this.
Bowetta.
Yes.
Making, immersive.
Just so you sent me FTF.
Films, yeah.
Yeah, it's really powerful.
I think it's really interesting when you have like a linear story in VR, because like you're saying, it's like how do you take the viewer on the place you want to go when they can look anywhere, and maybe you can use that to your advantage as well in certain parts of the story. It's like, okay, now's the place to explore the open world part of it, wherever it's like, everyone's kind of figuring that out. And I think the other point, obviously, that film is completely different. It's kind of industry in itself, but like just really broadly, I think we're seeing a generation who have been watching short form content very quickly.
It's a pretty good one.
I can see it from the beginning, not quite yet, but to get sick of it really.
Yeah, they're talking about like storytelling in VR. I think honestly, I think it's an interesting topic. Maybe could be like shown a little more interesting, but this is a panel, right? So it's just meant for them to be sitting there talking. I do think
interrupted in that way, and
like I have no idea what me as someone who is actively involved at least in VR gaming, I have no idea what like VR films are, right? Like I've never been advertised one. I've never seen something advertised. Like what they're talking about is so disconnected from what I'm familiar with in VR that like it is hard to follow.
So many people forget about creating your experience, your film.
Like what I just don't like. What experiences are they talking about? You know what I mean? Like I think they're just talking about maybe the concept of creating experiences versus actually ones that are out there. But for me, watching something like this, I feel like I would get more out of it if they were like, so hey, there's this VR experience out there, and this is what you do in it, and this is why it's cool, right? Versus kind of they're just talking about story creation and
or just politely go home?
Oh,
Yes.
that's so
Sleep it off.
It's not
Revisit
like
the next day.
Shag Mary just threw off a cliff, like 6 off. No,
That's so British.
The point is, especially in the
It's a
early
Google
days
card
of
more
VR
HP. It was actually pretty inspiring. Yeah, I think it's like cool stuff, right? I don't know what's out there. Like it doesn't seem like that's like they're talking about it as if it's kind of a prevalent thing, but I don't know.
But
Like
letting audio lead because there's music experiences and like where can you give those cues and where can you
like
utilize
tell
those
people
cues
where
and
these
what
are at so
gets
we can
me
find them.
Super excited
I don't
about
know.
these experiences, and again, there's so many more great things that are out there that didn't even make these shortlists. So there's a world within these nominees and the winners that are going to have.
But we'll see. I guess the nominees will show us, right? We'll see whatever is.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Maybe that's my goal is whatever gets whatever wins the film.
Another great, well-established category at the
Content Creator of the
7th
Year.
International VR Awards. Say that 10 times fast at home. I'll give you $1. Or a T-shirt that says
AIXR
$6 or
7th
die.
International VR Awards. It's not that
is
hard
one
to
of my
say. Give me my $1.
Because this is definitely having enabling. This is like enabling fans of content, enabling fans of the tech, and it's the community. And this is where you really see this community come to life. Like, are there any kind of content creators, as you are a content creator yourself, Luke?
Yeah, I mean, there's loads on that list, and it's just nice to see it grow generally. It's like an important pillar of the industry now, which maybe it wouldn't have been years ago. And it's like a good signal, isn't it? As you see that grow, it's like more people want to do it because there's so much content to talk about now, and their numbers are going up. Lots of people watching it, and there's a range on there. There's some really helpful introductory kind of obviously like tech review and unboxing style stuff. There's some more experimental stuff. We were talking about there's a lot of gaming content naturally.
Talk about VR treadmills.
And that is, like the biggest entertainment industry in the world. But there's probably a big opportunity for some of these other elements we've talked about, more niche categories. I think when like a new industry starts, it starts quite broad, and then you start to see these niche creators pop up in a certain niche. So yeah, I think it's very interesting.
So for example, sorry to interrupt you, but maybe for example, the content creator could be exploring, reviewing cinematic filmmaking.
Right. Or of films in VR.
The Jonathan Ross of immersive.
What did you smell today?
Totally.
So another wait. So they're talking about so they went back to cinematic filmmaking.
Back to when the Rift S came out and the first Oculus.
I thought they were talking about content creators.
Quest came out. There was still a large community of animators and designers who were exploring VR as a creative medium and as a utility, like animators in the app Quill, for example, and Medium that then became Adobe Modeler. I'm hoping as those tools and Blender, I'm hoping as these tools mature and have more meaningful immersive tools, we're going to see creators share their creative process and create, not just gaming, but how they go about using VR tools to make VR games.
Yeah, I think
Man, do you know what needs a huge shout out in these kind of things is the Flat to VR modding guys and community. They've helped. They carry VR through any lull that it goes through, right? Like anytime there's not much going on or all the games coming out are duds, like the Flat to VR guys are just constantly churning out like solid VR mods for games that give you just loads and loads of like premium gameplay.
I watch them all the time. Honestly, some of these creators they've been like the bloodlines of the VR industry for the past 10 years because they go in.
Very content creator. Well, yes, because like how do you do that, right? Like, because the whole part of a film is that you kind of need to watch it from start to finish to really understand everything, right? So like as a content creator, like I'm not going to sit there and watch in VR. So VR is such an intimate thing, right? So you're not going to experience it the same way as me because we're not just watching something flat. I'm going to be in VR, and like I could see when it comes to film, it's way less exciting for like a spectator to watch someone else have an experience in VR, right? Unless it makes them go crazy and they're running around and like it's something really weird is happening, right? Like there'd have to be like a really weird element to it. But if it's just to sit there and watch a film, that sounds cool. But you can't really I can't watch an hour and a half film or an hour long film for a video, and like anyone's gonna want to watch that.
Good things and from.
Can't give them credit here because their work is copyrighted.
Mediocre things, perhaps.
Bad actors.
Boo. Seems like a VR film critic.
I think we're going to see a really big
that'd be pretty niched down.
Explosion of content creators when generative tech merges with immersive tech. So you could be in your VR headset.
Oh yeah.
Could be a real person or not.
Well, you're going to be generating entire worlds just by speaking, and as you're describing the world you want to see, it comes up in front of you immersively. That's going to be worth recording and sharing.
Exactly, and maybe there's. Sorry, you fit it.
No, that's Star Trek holodeck, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, I think that's a whole another panel. Maybe catch us at VR Days for that one too. But maybe there's going to be one day a spin-off award show just the content creators, divvied up into those categories and those themes. And
see, that would be cool.
Genres.
Yeah,
and things like
one thing that's happening a lot in Asia that isn't here is virtual influencers.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Exposure of that.
Totally.
I mean, it is here, but that'll be interesting.
Let's unpack that one. Right? Beer? No, okay. We're time for the award show. But like we said tonight, guys, the stories that we've been diving into tonight really represent just a teeny tiny fraction of VR's potential to revolutionize narrative. And every single nominee has really pushed the boundaries further, which is why
welcome back, Prab. Sorry about the barrage of ads.
Does reign supreme in our imagination and beyond. So we're gonna
I definitely agree with you. It would be very hard to
Stay close, keep your comments coming in. We're gonna be
watch
right
a film as a VR content creator, and then like no one's gonna want to watch a person watch something in VR for like an hour. You know.
At VR Awards, here we come.
That's a tough sell.
Here we go. See you shortly.
All right. So now we're waiting. I forgot what she just said is gonna happen, but when they come back now, guys, okay. So actually, yeah, next is like the actual award ceremony. Qverse VR experience. So like that stuff can be neat. I do think like the being able to like go to places and like experience them kind of when you're not there is kind of cool. Oh, whoa. It's glitching. Brand marketing tool. Yeah, I suppose marketing is a big part of this award show, so. And the screaming, kicking your chair child on the plane. That's real immersion, right? That's when you really got to start adding smells to things. You know, someone takes off their socks on the flight. Where's the people that I know? I don't see them all yet. food looks good. If I was there, I'd be drunk by now.
Welcome to the 6th edition of the VR Awards.
Are those like are those Apple Vision Pros or what? What was that? Oh, this is from last year. Hey, Skeevers. You're eating lunch, but you're here. Good to see you, honey.
Voices like quaking. I did not expect this at all. These kind of awards
Seem like it's for the super rich. It is very. I mean, I did see the dress code for this is like tuxedos and like floor length dresses and like, yeah. I mean, they definitely have a pretty fancy prep. That was maybe it was the Pico 4, like the Enterprise one that's kind of got the mirrored display, like the outside of it, not the typical Pico 4. Gotcha. That does look about right. Skeeve, we're playing a game tonight that you could join in on. I don't know if you're around tonight, but our community night, we're playing Devigo, and it's a free game on Steam if you're playing on the PC side, and then you can come in and try to hit me in the face when I'm a VR giant if you're interested in anything like that. But yeah, very much a black tie event, Brandon.
Achievements. So we're going to keep the buzz going online. Keep those comments coming in. Keep those selfies coming in. Shoot over your last-minute predictions and your favorite moments on the live stream. I don't know if we have a prize for the best comment, but I think we should. But we're going to light up the Twitter XR sphere, hashtag VRA23. Get your final shout-outs. Stay hooked. Stay tuned. Everything you want to do in between at VR Awards for all the exhilarating updates as it happens live.
I wonder when this is all over. I don't know if I'll have to be able to make it through it all because I'm going to... I mean, we have a few more hours, so we're fine.
Take it down, Notch. Take it down. We're about to unveil the winners. The innovators who have crafted our virtual worlds. The disruptors who have shaped our reality and our virtual reality. And the dreamers who've aimed for the stars in VR. So we're going to have a little look at this last little section of our categories for the AI XR International
Starting up.
VR Awards. And these are the VR Lifetime Achievement Award, the VR Hardware, and also the VR Game of the Year Award.
Let's go to Bohr.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're all up for grabs. And now
disrupt these nuts.
Now we're getting nervous because the award show is going to happen like any second now too. So Lifetime Achievement Awards. So
it seems like they're right now having to do some filler before the ceremony starts. They probably weren't quite ready yet.
Lifetime Achievement Awards. These are like our Yodas in the industry. He's been doing this for decades. We know that. Has anyone kind of explored his work to date? And if you haven't, that's okay.
I know of him. Yeah, obviously, his work dates back, I think, to 60s, 70s even. Yes. I think he coins the term like artificial reality, and a lot of the tech that's developed.
Artificial reality or augmented reality.
Clearly, a ridiculously well-deserving person in this whole space. So yeah, it's well due, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anyone else that you guys look up to in the industry that you, besides me, of course? I'm
Well, I was just thinking how nice it is that we've got to the stage in VR where we have a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes!
Where we've got someone who's been doing it for a few decades. And I definitely fell in love with immersive work in the early work of Nani de la Peña's stuff.
Hi, Skeevers.
Back in the day, Godmother.
I don't know if I'd want to live in your reality building. I feel like that'd get pretty weird. Good to see you, bud. Skeevers, did you hear me about tonight? We're doing a special VR community night. We're playing Devigo and
factual storytelling, but yeah, early was that.
You're okay, honey.
Yeah, it's great to have a life.
So we're playing. So you can if I don't know if you're around tonight. I'm gonna start probably around 7 Central tonight. But if you're around,
there's a very talented artist,
we're playing Devigo, which it's on Steam. If you check out the VR Community Night channel, it's free for the PC player. So it's a very small game, but basically I'm like the VR giant in there, and I have to like try to smash you and punch you and stuff. But then 4 people can come up against me at once. So check it out, download it, go through the tutorial, be ready, because I'm gonna rip you apart. Make sure you also hit accept then on the VR Community Night sign up so that I know you're there.
All those artists,
everyone should live in your reality for a day.
Their process
Just
or
see if they
what
make
they've
it.
done that day. And if you see enough of those, it suddenly makes you go, why? I should have a go at that. It's an inspiring thing to see it day in and day out. And going back to Myron Kruger,
I should get an award for inspiring people, right?
81 years old, right? Amazing to get that kind of recognition.
You're gonna rip
for
my ass
what is
apart?
still a nascent and cutting-edge
Good luck.
industry. And this guy didn't set out to think, I'll get an award for this in 2023. It was pure passion. 50, 60 years ago, Pioneer, just his passion and curiosity drove him to do that.
We should all want that.
Yeah, right?
56 years. Let's meet in Rotterdam. We're expecting our award.
Some non-existent industry should give me an award for my pure passion and perseverance. But the fact that he was out there doing that back then is really encouraging. Again, it's about a creator doing what they do, but if we see and witness that, it might inspire us to go,
Buns of steel. After all those squats, yeah. You guys have no idea what you've turned me into.
What it could eventually lead to. Not necessarily the award, but all the countless innovations that come up afterwards. People.
Oh, why did my camera freeze? That's weird. Hang on.
By passion, but without the bleeps and the buzzes and the WhatsApp and the Teams and
what you're saying is you had it easy because you didn't have distractions?
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah, he's not a loser, he's a winner. He's a winner.
Brass buns.
Imagine having conversations, how many people must have been like, this will never work. Like, you get that now still.
Instant messenger application.
Yeah, I respect the dedication and the hustle.
When the CV1 came out, there were still loads of naysayers going, this VR thing will never take off.
Yeah.
And we only need to look at the scores of, just look at the dozens of companies right now being nominated for new hardware that they've got in the market just in this year alone, from headsets to haptic gloves.
Groutsi's just going in on the UK VR people.
That, Myron didn't have any of those.
New brass hole.
Back when he was, chipping away.
So you spring a leak.
As a result, we've built this on the shoulders of people like him, and I think actually to just take a moment and tip our cap and bow to kind of being a person, the only person in the room who has a vision, and nobody else is on board yet, but you're going to pursue it anyway, and that is incredible.
I think sitting here together, we all have a bit of spirit of that. I think everyone watching at home and fans of the AIX.
We're survivors, guys.
And the first and the second and
despite all the trials and tribulations,
we do this because we love it.
And the doubters and the haters.
Like if we can put
we've
our
made it.
passion into something that a fan will or a consumer will or did you have any?
I'm gonna get home from work before the show starts.
Or any idols?
Well, no, coming from an
Rafi.
engineering background, like my.
Are people commenting stuff? I'm eating a burrito.
It's like more the software engineers, like.
The folks hanging up at the IET, probably.
Yeah. So.
GOT for the win.
But I think it's everyone covered the same thing, I suppose. It's important to have this recognition and have this people that we already recognize the people that we need to or we look up to. That's how you like you mentioned inspiration, and that's what I think personally.
Yeah, there we go. We got some more people rooting for the GOT.
Who will want to come here.
I want to see the awards, guys. Let's see who's winning shit. What was the last part about this too? It was
the feeling that we all see.
Ceremonies.
Absolutely, and it's important for you to understand that we can never do our jobs without the software. Also.
Yeah.
Mostly, so thank you. So thank you for that too. I know, Rafi, you mentioned the hardware element side of things. So this is another category, again, that's so important that these awards mostly would not exist without the hardware. But we do want to just caveat, that is more than just an HMD.
Yeah, we got them all talking about GOT now.
We've got some haptics in there. We've got some suit-related items, and we know that this, especially in wearables, and
yeah, everyone's on
space. In the last hour,
on the GOT train in the chat.
Talk about anything happening on location.
How many people are watching?
Multiplayer gameplay and the narrative and how we are telling these stories. How important is this category?
I think I'll jump in.
Yes.
I think this category is very important because, going back to I always have this recurring thought in my head, and that's what is VR, and VR is something about.
Yeah, it looks like almost everyone in the chat here is
place, right?
here for Game of Thrones.
Ghost
of Jabbar.
A place that's hard to get to, and the more elements that we can incorporate from that place, the better. So now we can immediately.
Yeah, they're literally all talking about
visuals and audio. That's easy. That's
GOT
done.
now.
But now, the sensory feelings, right? So
So some of their mics are quieter than other Ski, so I've been trying to manage that. But yes, here now it's 100%.
The higher the immersion, right?
But like
so
the YouTube stream is actually kind of.
I mean,
but I did just turn it all the way up for you, baby.
Mostly like the haptic.
I gotcha.
There's a I think device that's like a full body suit that gives you the sensory of like all around your skin. So this goes into the immersion that is about taking the user somewhere else.
Part of the journey. It's part
Exactly.
Of the story.
There's more points of connection for us as creators to play with and pull the levers with, but for someone who's participating from an audience perspective, it's just hopefully it removes any last elements of friction that would take you out of the experience, right? Funny thing about when you watch a movie, because you already know it's there, it's a 2D image, all the empathy lines, we understand that. We've been watching movies for hundreds of years, right? Or 100 years. So we connect.
How old are you?
Older than Myron. So the connection that you have there, you kind of understand the rules. But as soon as you're immersed in the scene, in VR, suddenly you've got all these other expectations, and every one of those that isn't fulfilled or addressed in some way.
The guy in the capri pants, his legs must be cold.
Potentially takes.
Yeah, I got a little skin showing there.
Do you find that with your filmmaking? If you were to compare,
I'm gonna have cold ankles.
That's what I found. Traditional filmmaking to my journey as a filmmaker to a VR maker.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you can put the person in that first-person perspective, it's so powerful. And then the next level of that is we can see it, we can hear it, as you say, but now we can really feel it. And it's not.
Literally.
It's not tricky. Yeah, totally. It's not tricking the brain, it's giving the brain more information and to try and build that level of immersion that you were talking about. And it's just really exciting where this new hardware is going to take us, the level of visuals that are coming out in some of the new headsets, the bodysuits. I mean, I'm really excited in terms of, because controllers for us are brilliant because we need kind of haptics and we need that feedback, particularly in our games around the cinematic visuals. You need that response. And so some of the technology, obviously with the gloves, is really exciting where that's going as well.
I heard an interesting account actually from Artur Saichov, who's the creator of Somnium Space, and Somnium VR1 is one of the hardware headsets, but he was talking about, he has a virtual world that's built for VR. It also incorporates kind of Web3 and some of those elements, whether you like that or not, that side of it. But the point of the story is that you can incorporate haptics in the world, and obviously 3D spatial audio and visuals. But the haptics are tied to the randomized weather in the world, so you can feel the raindrops on your body. And he said that without any kind of smell sense in the world, if you trick your visuals and your audio and your haptic sense of touch, he swore that he could smell the rain in that world because you'd simulated enough that your brain fills in the gaps. And I thought that was a really interesting story. Like,
I love that story. But when he was developing, whoever's developing that, do you think they were thinking, oh my God, no one's going to believe me, or no one's going to get this or anything? They're just more going back to
they must be a little delayed here on the actual award show.
It's a little bit of an engineer's
They're still kind of
like,
stalling.
Work, break it, put it back together. And I think that's what that part of, that side of things is about too. I mean, kind of morphing into game of the year. Again, everything we've been talking about in the last hour, we're all these things are connected between the tools and techniques, the empathy, thinking about that, the end results. What do you want to make somebody feel? And gaming, of course, we know is such a huge, huge vertical within virtual reality. Again, this is a category where nominees could probably be like about 100 of them, 100 nominees, and also different genres of the gaming. Is it one person? Is it two person? Is it like an escape room? Is it discovery? Is it, again, is it more haptics integrated? What's exciting us about this category? I might go to you last as a grand finale as our game maker in this space, but I mean, I'll start with you. No, come on, Shiv, come on.
Let's do it.
Yeah, come on.
What's really exciting to me, I, again, own bias. We create games with cinematic visuals, so I'm really excited about.
Don't be biased, own it, girl.
Okay, I think the fact that we get to step into game worlds and they are the realism, the software is providing us now with, ray tracing, all kinds of software that's providing really beautiful environments. That's really exciting because you do get to merge those two worlds. And I think a lot of games we're finding now, and just traditionally as well, games can be as satisfying, because I think that's a really important term here, is like games should feel satisfying in whether that's visually, audio, competency, where you play something and you feel like a competent human. And it could be, as you know, the early Pac-Man, where you get to eat something up and it feels good because you're competent in that skill.
Live in constant fear by being chased by a ghost.
Well, I mean, that too, and that is a relevant fear.
Right.
And I think now we're getting into a space where we can create really intricate games that speak to humans on different levels.
Yeah.
And I think that's really powerful.
What does that mean?
That's got to be like ultra exciting for somebody like you
Totally.
creating in this space, where once upon a time you're having some narrative and interaction design and lay out some storyboards, and now it is, you know, like a lot more opportunities to make somebody feel something.
Totally,
make
bring
yeah.
it all together, and beautiful in games as well as kind of the kind of actors and talent that are coming through and
Yes.
performing on those games. So
Yes,
you know.
and actors specializing in motion capture.
I will say I did really like Synapse. I wouldn't say it was like a very cinematic game, but they brought in David Hayter, who was the voice of Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid, which is freaking awesome.
Like how it ties to all of our other
And
categories.
who was the other one? Jennifer
like,
Hale,
education,
who's a massive voice. She was a Mass Effect and a bunch of other games, but she also did some for Metal Gear Solid too.
Who does an escape room?
That game had some pretty cool
and
voice
you
actors.
mentioned escape room thing, like so like coming together. It's a game, but it's also education. It's also, you know, like something that is used to increase competency in the users. So I find this fascinating, because like this this medium providing us with all of these capabilities, this ability to have fun, but also maybe that's how humans work as well, right? Like as you know, like in the childhood we learn by playing games, and then that's why like it's no surprise that these all of these things are connected to each other. But yeah, I find it exciting and fascinating.
It's a bit of the Maslow hierarchy of needs and kind of psychology. That's part of the satisfaction and, you know, feeling something and diving into it. You know,
the physicality that's baked into a VR game that is worth making in VR, I feel like is bringing back the feeling of arcade game design that kind of went away with consoles. With consoles, you went for very long narratives because people spent more time playing the game because they were playing at home, and there wasn't the pressure of, you know, putting in another coin to keep playing the game, a quarter or a coin. So you see games like Samba de Amigo, for example, which is a music rhythm-based game finding a new home in VR. And like Beat Saber, it's about a quick 2-3 minute session where you're very physically active and you get that, you talk about competency, but you get like a reward for your effort, satisfaction, and then you jump into another track or have another go, or maybe you're done, you've got your fix. So that's one element of the physicality that kind of is giving a rebirth to those old model of arcade game designs where it's just in short bursts, but you don't have to keep paying to play. And then the Ghostbusters thing that we talked about before, for people who love that movie or that series of movies, there's a slight wish fulfillment of like, you know, what does it feel like to be a Ghostbuster? The physicality of
people,
and that's a satisfying, and am I competent at catching the ghosts and all that with this thing? And I think as the haptics and the gloves and all that, you know, get better, those game experiences will only get richer with the visuals getting better for the right choice. With Samba de Amigo, you don't want ray tracing and, you know, high-end realistic visuals. You just want the cartoon environment. But with something like Ghostbusters, that'd be pretty dope. You know, you get to see Slimer show up, like, you know.
Wow, they keep referring to Ghostbusters. I think the only game they've called out pretty much by name has been Ghostbusters so far.
VR specific games,
which is just not the best one to reference.
That only work and should only work in VR versus VR mods of like big PC games, and horror is obviously such an amazing category. I think there's 2 games at least nominated across all of it. Like you could dive into any one of those things and explain why VR is awesome. But even like there's a game on Roblox, I mentioned it, come to VR recently, where it's like you play on PC as one character, but if you're playing in VR, you have, I forget the name of it, but I think it's called hands or something. You have giant hands and you can basically mess with the normal characters. Well, just like throwing them around and stuff. And you're like,
well, that sounds like DeVigo,
a new genre of
but
like,
not Roblox.
Platform gaming where VR is involved, and it's just like, sorry about the beginning.
It's sort of like an asymmetrical gameplay, right? Where someone's in sort of goddess mode, where they can influence things. There was an experience a few years ago. that had an element like that. I forget what it's called. I think it was called 1111, where there was a countdown to the end of a planet, and one of the characters could play a goddess that could manipulate the world.
Ghostbusters, that's right, pastel.
These kind of things
What's
that
up,
give us lots of food for thought. Obviously, gaming
Oh,
has
are
a
you
massive
causing
influence
disruption
on
in
all
the
of our
YouTube
lives
chat?
across the decades and beyond, and design and everything like that too. So thank you guys. That wraps up our last section. So the atmosphere is getting super tense out in Rotterdam right now, this very second, at the AI XR 7th International VR Awards ceremony stage, and it's electric with anticipation. And if you've never been to one before,
Everyone's
I
still talking about
encourage you
Game of
to be there and go.
Ghost of jBahr.
And this conversation, of course, continues on our YouTube channels and the Twitters. So our panelists here, I'm sure, will be ducking in to help answer any additional questions. But any moment now, we're going to go
just working and
live to the
listening.
stage
Yeah,
to kick off. So we're going to.
I had a bunch of meetings
to
canceled
give
this
one more
afternoon,
huge
so I
round of
actually had
applause
time to check
for
this
our
out.
panelists. Thank you very much, Bashir, and thank you, Shib. Thank you, Rafi. Thank you, Luke. And with a heartfelt gratitude, I now bring this pre-show to a close, sending out a huge thanks once again to our panelists, to our studio here, and your insights have been amazing.
How much of a riot is there going to be in this chat if Ghost of jBahr doesn't win, huh?
Embodying the spirit and the pioneering spirit of virtual reality. Again, a huge thanks to our studio here, Flux Innovation Lounge, home of the new, powered by EngageWorks. Thank you so much for enabling today's show to become possible and give us this amazing space. We're super duper grateful, and we're super cozy here at the Innovation Flux Lounge. I might not leave. No, I have to. Got to be at the award show. We're on the cusp of the excitement. AI XR 7th International VR Awards. We're about to lift off. The anticipation is palpable. We're moments away from celebrating the best individuals and teams who have excelled this year. So we want you to, again, just to kind of keep those comments coming in, keep that hashtag live, gear up,
People are brutal.
stay up and stay tuned.
Hey, Ghostbusters is interesting. I don't even. Are they even? They better. I don't think they're a finalist. When I was reading that, they better not be.
Jump from the pre-show straight to the ceremony. Not just transitioning scenes, we're leaping into the epicenter of VR's best and the brightest. So step into the spotlight with the stars of the VR world. The future is unfolding, and we're so happy to have you with us, witnessing everything. Thank you so much again. Thanks for joining me. Thank you again to our esteemed panel. My name's been Mookie Colhan, your host tonight, and enjoy every second of the ceremony. Good luck to all the nominees, and we'll see you in Rotterdam.
Rotterdam, the Netherlands. All right, guys, we're actually getting into it, it seems like. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I think that's a panel of people that are probably doing a lot with VR, but they're doing it at a different level than, like, gaming, right? Like, they're just doing it outside of that. It'd be great if they put in, like, one or two people on the panel that, like, seem to actually, like, play VR games and, you know, all that. Because that is, right, I mean, that's part of, like, a big part of their audience here, at least online. People are asking for Scott body pillows. Why are people saying Giat? This is always the dangerous part. Oh, I see Skiva and Alex.
Moran, you might know me as Alex VR.
And I'm Skiva.
And your voice is being broadcast through this room.
It is, so is yours.
And I guess it is. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the pre-show. Skiva and I are here. We are
Skiva's
Between
a
Realities.
Tall drink
You're
of
looking at
water.
Between Realities right here. Skiva and I, we do a podcast, and it's the best podcast, so go check it out. But right now, we are in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. It's just past 9 p.m., I think, so probably different from where a lot of people are viewing the show from today, but we are excited to be here. We are in the room where the ceremony is going to be taking place, and as we speak, hundreds of VR industry professionals are filing into the room, and the seats are starting to be filled, and the energy is starting to get lifted up a little bit in here, so it's exciting times.
Yeah, there's so many legends in this room,
goes by
so many
Skiva.
people that have like done so much and given so much of their lives to make this industry what it is. And it's just great to be here, man.
It really is, dude. And I got to be honest, this is great.
You know, like, I didn't know that I was going to be here riffing with my buddy before the VR Awards happened, but, you know, we had the opportunity. We're here to introduce the show and kind of get things up and running, so nobody else I'd rather have here with me, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Of course.
Thanks. This is awesome.
Yeah, so
what a great night. Everything is beautiful, so well done. Everything is so carefully orchestrated. So much love went into the show, you can tell. It's really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no lack of love in the VR space, man. Like, truly one of the most passionate groups of people that must exist on the planet, right? Like, are there people who like stuff more than VR people like VR?
I've never seen it. I've never seen it. VR people are passionate. They saw the magic, you know, and they're in it 100%.
Yeah.
So many of these people, this industry didn't even exist a decade ago, really, right? And everyone just changed their lives to do something that was so special.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, this is your first VR Awards.
Oh yeah, Ski was great.
Live
I got to hang out with these
yes,
guys
it is.
when I was at
so,
the.
I mean, I've been busy. I'm like, you know, behind the
When I was
scenes,
at
kind of
the
running around and
Ghost
doing
of jBahr
stuff. You
event
were out
in
there
Florida. I had a lot of
experiencing
fun
the red
with
carpet.
Steve and
You
Alex.
had the dinner. What was happening out there before the ceremony started?
Oh, it's great. So, you know, there was a mixer beforehand where we were, you know, everyone was hanging out and getting to talk and talking about life.
He does look like he's got to have the energy of it, though, Jeremy. Looks like a WWE announcer.
Really nice dinner. The food was amazing.
People are just spamming tutorial guy in the chat.
The company was incredible. And it was just beautiful. It was really just well done. Everyone is happy, excited to be here.
El Shooty, is this a popularity contest or is it legit? So this is actually the first one I'm like kind of watching.
Who's walking around?
People have been telling me that it seems to be a bit more of like a. It's like the game dev studios and things like that that kind of have the most money behind them.
You know, we have Andromeda Entertainment.
I mean, it's an award show, so I think it's always kind of a popularity contest, no matter which way you shake it, right? But.
Nice. So are there any
We'll see.
categories
For me, it's going to depend on which game wins Game of the Year, right? If it's like if it's one that was just kind of like
as you know,
not
so
good,
then
so
I'm really excited
there's
about the Game of the Year,
something
VR
weird
Game
going
of
on.
the Year. That's probably the one I'm most excited about. Obviously, you know, maybe Rising VR Company of the Year is a good one, but there's so many really cool categories here tonight, and the best of the best are all in this room.
Amen. And you, like, I gotta give it to you, man. Shout out to Impact Reality. You guys are, Skiva here is co-founder of Impact Reality, a marketing and PR firm in the VR space, and it's been an amazing year for you guys. What was it like getting the message saying, guess what, you're a finalist for a VR award?
It's always unreal whenever you're recognized.
They do a lot of cool stuff. Impact Reality does.
It's always just unreal.
It'd be cool to see them get something.
I'm super happy to be here with everyone, and I'm
very
happy
difficult things to go against. Yeah.
Just be a part.
You been on Peaky Blinders? I wonder if that's good though. I mean, I like the show.
Yeah.
It'd be. I hope the game's
Absolutely.
good.
I mean, you know, like we were
I do
saying,
have a key
like,
for it.
You'd be hard pressed to find a more enthusiastic and passionate group of people. So, you know, to be in the same room with all these people who are making such huge strides and like just making like milestone achievements happen for the VR industry every year, like I feel super lucky to be here and be a part of this and to be involved in the production of the thing, especially. You know, like there's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Yeah. I feel you, and I got to tell you, this is my first time in the Netherlands.
You heard it wasn't that good, Jeremy?
What a country this is.
I was lucky enough to get. They sent me a key, so at least I can. If it's not good, at least I got it for free.
Right now, and what an amazing city.
It's all about as the big wall. Hey, well, we'll see, Grelzy. I mean, I'm hopeful for GOT. I want them to win. I really do.
I mean, they couldn't have hosted this in a better place.
It is awesome, you know, and it's kind of interesting because you mentioned Amsterdam. Like, if you're not from here, you wouldn't know this, but there's like a little bit of like friendly rivalry between Amsterdam and Rotterdam. And I really do feel like Rotterdam is more of the like, if like a tech professional was going to live in the Netherlands, this would be where they are, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so this
it seems
VR
like
game
because the way that the tail end of the pre-show was going and the way that this is starting, I think that they're definitely told to like they're probably still setting things up.
Studios as well in Amsterdam.
This seems unscripted, right? Like something that they probably didn't plan for was to be just talking from up there. But these, I mean, Skiva and Alex, I think are doing a great job, and they, you know, they know VR, I think, pretty well. So you know, they're doing a good job here,
which is a 3-day
chatting through
VR conference basically that takes place here in the same venue as the VR Awards ceremony. Did you have a chance to check out anything at Immersive Tech Week?
Very purple
what did
in
you
there.
see while you were walking around?
So it was an interesting show. It's a really diverse show. A lot of the shows we go to focus a lot on games and things like that, but this show kind of covers everything. There's video games, VR games specifically. There's enterprise, industrial, you know, there's education and training. There's VR film. So it really covers like this massive gambit of everything virtual reality and all of the places that this tech is being used now, as opposed to just video games.
Mm-hmm.
So
I heard some whispers that it kind of seemed like there was like a little bit more of an emphasis on like B2B and enterprise versus like consumer. Did you?
Yeah, oh, definitely. This is definitely more of a business show. You know, I don't know that this is something that just a gamer would necessarily want to come to, but you know, we're all in here to do.
Yeah, it's part of having a host, right,
VR
Pesto?
for business. So this is where it's at. It's really, really nice, and the venue is different and interesting, and it's not just a big hall where they, with
these
this
guys are
set
good.
up. It's kind of,
they know what
the
they're
booths
doing.
are all over the place, multiple floors. There's all kinds of cool talks happening.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and
You gotta seriously on top of your shit to keep the flow like that. Oh, for sure, and to make it like not awkward, right? Like it's super easy to be awkward in scenarios like that.
Or any specific niche within the industry, it really is here to
Jeremy, I
recognize
have played the alpha of Contractor Showdown,
the
and
contributions that are being made in the VR
awesome.
industry at large.
Yeah, 100%. And it's not even just VR; it's also AR, right? So we have so many different types of tech when it comes to spatial computing. Even like digital twins and metaverse stuff. So there's all kinds of ways that spatial computing is affecting the entire world, every industry. And it's really, really cool to see and talk to all these people.
Yeah, it's under NDA, so obviously can't mention much about it.
Up that envelope.
However, they're letting a lot of people in.
Wins it. All right.
But yeah, I had a ton of fun with Showdown, and I will continue to.
It obviously means a ton to be named as the best of something, or like to be recognized in any way. But we stand here over this balcony and we see all these amazing people down here, and every one of these people have really like made it their life mission.
Could be fun
to do something and do it really well.
Yeah, I mean, I like that kind of stuff. I've done similar things.
So whether we win it or not, I am
in my
stoked
past
to be here. I mean,
at conferences, and it can be fun.
With that. I absolutely
it would be cool.
But
you're not allowed to play it. Damn, Greltsy.
The photographer taking our picture down.
This is what happens, This is what happens when you're like us, Stop for a quick photo. Back to it.
Oh man, this place is so cool. Like, look at this place. I don't know what they can see on the live stream, but they've done a really good job with the lighting in here, the cameras, the set on the stage. It just looks like it's going to be a really good show.
In a few moments, we will be going into tonight's opening entertainment, which I cannot wait for everyone to experience. I hope you guys are ready for something really cool.
Which gunstock did you get, Jeremy?
I have a feeling that the 7th International VR Awards might be the best to date. Just a prediction. If I had to guess, I would say this is going to be the VR Awards show to beat after we're done here.
I bet. I mean, every year this whole industry gets better and cooler and more amazing people are in here. So it would be weird if it went the other way. I mean, plus we got Alex VR hosting the thing. I mean, it's just a recipe for awesome.
How could it possibly go wrong? It just couldn't, It's no big deal. Anxiety levels rising slowly.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to be here and to be able to host this. Like obviously, that you and I spend a lot of time talking into microphones, doing podcasts and contributing to the VR space wherever we can, because we're not the geniuses that make this stuff, but we appreciate it and love it enough. So we're going to be here to do whatever we want. But this is a unique type of speaking to a microphone. So I'm excited to be a part of it and, get out there and do something.
Their community manager played for a team, and Havoc destroyed them, and since he's only the band that's really the only reason? That's kind of bullshit.
People in this industry, the people that have really done everything they can to push this whole industry forward.
Probably looks like there's a lot of empty seats. Yeah,
that's like a really rewarding night.
Yeah, it's like a
at least in the mezzanine or whatever it is up there.
Just by being able to be a part of it. So
he's the one that controls all that. That doesn't seem very fair.
Is switching their phones to silent, and we are going to hand it off to start off tonight's opening entertainment. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon as the VR Awards start to go live.
See you later.
Oh, so this is like a show, right? This is the opening ceremony show. Okay, Groutsy, I think I know where it's all coming from now. Oh, I am cold. I need to turn the heat up in my house. It's cold down here. It's making me tired.
White. A blank canvas. Anything you imagine can be built.
Using a Quest 2.
Cheese, sure. An anime-style fairy godmother, why not? I can build it. Yes. I can build it. I can build it, I can build it. I can build the things in my mind. A grain of sand, a tool, a poem.
What is this?
Anything I can't divine?
Oh, he's singing? Okay, alright.
Never wasting a single second stuck between. Inspire and invent. Look, I made a happy, healthy once in a lifetime. Then do it again. And then.
Doing your full release next year? Yeah, that would be awesome, Pastel. Keep at it and make sure you market the hell out of it, because that seems to be what gets the games enough attention.
Every fact, every ability is finally within your reach. Never wasting a single worry, wondering if you're making something new. Whoever makes it fast.
They're all using Bobo straps.
We'll get to tell the rest of us what's true.
I just... Our piano player's arms are broken.
We can build it, we can build it. We can build a better world.
Hey, sounds good, Prep. Enjoy that. Hopefully she loves it. It's a good way to bring someone in.
Human history obsolete. History
It looks horrible, Skeeve.
History can be built without understanding. I can create it. I can control it. A copy of a world that's ours to define. There'll be no more sickness. No
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of the cringies.
nothing. The thoughts never.
Like, I get it. Like, they're trying to be artsy, but... Man, yeah. Like, do a pre-rendered video.
Who can build it? Who can build it? Who can build it? Should they build it? Can
Yeah, I would say, you know, use some Quest 3s, huh?
Well, we've gathered the best immersive minds in the world, and this is what we've come up with. I see. All right, who created this? Is this chocolate with horses? Obviously, it's a unicorn chocolate fountain. And what was your inspiration here? I'm Belgian, so I like chocolate. All right, and where did the unicorn come from?
Like, what is that?
From where? From magic?
Piano Vision actually looks really cool, Jeremy. I gotta try that. I have a little, my kid has a little piano. I could try it on.
This lovely elephant over here.
Well, you need an elephant in the room, though.
Imagine being there right
We
now.
love elephants, and you need an
This is the
elephant in
VR
the room.
awards, Bordeaux. It's really weird though right now. But they're about to give out, like, what we're looking for is the game of the year, really, is what we're here for.
Unicorn.
Ghost of jBahr better win. I want to see what, oh my
It's
god,
more
what was the
magical
chat
you
doing?
don't know.
They're just spamming.
It is more magical. We are certain of this. So are we getting rid of the elephant or the unicorn? Oh, we have to make choices. My
He's
goodness.
got some, what the fuck is this, someone
All
said?
who want the elephant, raise your hand. Elephant. Oh, some strong elephant energy. And the chocolate unicorn. Oh my goodness. You all had dessert, right? That occurred? All right, excellent. So the elephant is out. Away we go. Chocolate unicorn.
Someone said, I thought we were done with the yap.
And, what is this mushroom? This seems
Yeah, it just feels like for having, when you say, like, when you make a claim like, oh, we have all the best VR people here, it's like,
all right.
they probably could have had a better.
Wow, I've disappointed everyone right at the top of the show. This is the way to do it right here. Some booze. Alex, you've got your work cut out for you. I've really primed them. Let's take a step back and see what we've made here.
Go to the Viking Museum, that'd be pretty cool.
You see, these things we create are not really only thing we can't generate is time. We've got tonight. So at least that's
Like you could have probably recorded and like or like done a lot of this like in VR chat to make it look better. Like this is glitchy.
It's the state of the heart.
I don't know what is that supposed to mean, Pestel?
Anything you imagine can be built. So why not build something?
Oh, he's getting emotional. Why not build something real, guys? Oh, it's a game? Oh, okay. Is that one of the nominees? I didn't. Okay. Woo! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Please welcome the Chief Executive of AIXR, Daniel Koliani.
The Chief Executive of AIXR. Okay.
Hello,
and
everyone.
that's who puts on the award shows.
Thank you for
Okay.
joining us tonight. Every year, I always prepare something to say, and then I come out on stage and I completely forget what I'm going to say. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, imagine having to follow that up, Skeeve, huh?
When we first started the awards, this was in a time before virtual reality, augmented reality, this entire world was coming to the fruition that we see.
Oh, you got to unbutton that top button, brother, when you're talking up there. Gives you a lot more to work with.
So much so that I remember someone came up on stage and was like, I don't even know why we have a VR awards.
Is his collar supposed to be up?
Now we sit here today, and
I think
there's
it's supposed
so
to be
many amazing faces,
rolled down
all
over his
dressed up
bow
very
tie.
beautifully, I must say. And I just want to say thank you to everyone
His
who did so
mom
much
dressed
hard
him.
work to be here and to be
First thing
making
they
the
build is a
incredible
penis, yeah.
projects that they have.
Oh yeah. I
have
mean,
been
that's the first
submitting to
thing
the awards
anyone
over the last
knows how to
20 years.
draw.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think he's wearing his tux, right? Poor guy. Come on, if you're a CEO, you need to know how to at least put on your tux, right?
Each year, we also design
And you got to
a
unbutton
theme
that top
around the
button when you're
awards. I think it's safe to say that
so you can move it
AI has
around
been a
and
really
walk
big
around the room.
buzzword for our
That's what I would be
industry
doing.
and for tech in general. But we decided to create a performance as well that inspired creativity through virtual reality and through artificial intelligence. And I'm really glad that many of you in this room were able to create things that were actually shown on screen. For those that are watching on the live stream, you wouldn't have seen all the amazing things that people were submitting, and they were actually shown as part of the project. And last year, our industry really had the focus on entering the metaverse. But interestingly enough, I can't really think about
It's meant to be
what
cool and
next
different.
year is going
Yeah.
to bring at this stage, given the fact that our entire industry is moving incredibly fast.
I think the whole point of a tux is to not be different. It's a very traditional, like, it's hip, it's drip. He's got the drip going, huh?
In the room.
Is that what it is, Grouchy?
It's incredible
Uh-oh.
because what we're starting to see today is incredibly human. I always like to say that as part of this is that virtual reality in a weird way brings us closer to being together, closer to being human, closer to an interface where we can actually interact with people in this world in a way that we're actually built to, which is in a 3D environment. And we're currently shaping this next wave of what we currently call the internet, whether you want to call
Gen
it
Z
a
tech
buzzword,
style.
metaverse, or you want to call it anything else in this space. We're shaping this together. And the worlds of AI and the worlds of these other dimensions of XR, they're starting to collide. Which is why we founded AIXR as a way to be able to bring people together, to be in a very human way, just like all of the people in this room and the projects that you are making.
A little bit of rambling. Yeah, they had a bit of that at the Meta event, didn't they?
People that help us to bring together
Seemed
these
like
awards.
people were a little unprepared.
We work with incredibly talented people like Bradley. One more round of applause for that amazing performance, by the way. Thank you. We have amazing AIXR members that are in this room today. Give us a loud whoop as well. There we go. I can see you here. And of course, as well, we are hosting the VR Awards here at Immersive Tech Week, which is why I'd also like to invite Benjamin DeWitt from the VR Days Foundation to say a few words as well.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody.
There we go. This guy's got some energy.
How are you feeling tonight?
I like it. This guy's bringing it up.
Are you a bit psyched for the VR Awards? All right. Welcome in Rotterdam.
Well, he's kind of got his folded down a little bit.
The most beautiful city of the Netherlands, Rotterdam and De Doelen here. I hope that you will have an amazing time tonight at the VR Awards.
Maybe it's like the collar style for those shirts.
Immersive Tech Week are very proud to host this wonderful event. So I wish you all a wonderful night. I want to thank you, Daniel, for organizing for the second time.
Yeah, it might be the style of the shirt. It's kind of weird to me.
For Daniel, yes, and to his whole team. And have an amazing night. You all are already winners because you're nominees for these amazing awards. And a warm round of applause for all of you. And have fun tonight. All right.
He's the hype guy. You got home, Brandon? Well, hey, you're just in time. We haven't even started yet.
So I might as well make you guys clap again. Look, tonight I want to hear you guys cheer. When I said I want to hear you guys cheer. I want to hear you guys clap louder than you've ever clapped before. There we go. And I want to make sure that we celebrate the pioneers and the innovators in this room. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy the 7th International VR Awards.
All right, here we go. Like we're getting somewhere. See what the chat's all about.
In 1972, Pong was born.
Okay, this looks...
And with it, a new dawn of interactive entertainment.
This looks interesting.
A single pixel bouncing between paddles. These pixels ignited our imaginations and paved the way for a digital revolution. These pixels and adventures were the seeds of what is to come. From pixels...
How do we get people excited and clapping? The typical thing is it should just be to show them exciting things.
Creativity. And now,
go out there and tell them to be more excited. The show didn't do it for us. That was the Peaky Blinders. That was a Rainbows thing. I saw jBahr was in there. And so, like, yeah, some of this like awards is about like actual like training simulation stuff that medical stuff does, which I think that stuff's pretty neat, right? I don't know, the majority of these things look a little unfamiliar to me. Oh, a bunch of the creators that I think are nominated there.
Today, we celebrate the legacy of digital media and the boundless potential of VR, where humanity and technology converge to shape new horizons. Together, we'll continue to redefine what's possible. Welcome to the 7th International VR Awards, brought to you by AIXR.
See, that was a, that was a cool little like montage there, right?
Welcome your host from Between Realities, Alex.
All right, let's see how Alex does.
Hello. Welcome to the 7th International VR Awards brought to you by AIXR. My name is Alex Milland. That's how you pronounce that, by the way. Alex Milland, you might know me as Alex VR, and I am so excited. It's a true honor to be your host and MC for tonight's event. Whether you are here in Rotterdam with us right now, all dressed up, looking amazing, or you're joining us via the live stream being broadcast across the globe on YouTube, I'm so happy that you're here to take part in this and join in this amazing, spectacular evening, recognizing all of the hard work and contributions of these people who have really helped make the dream of VR come true for all of us. Now, as co-host of the Between Realities VR podcast, that is right. Like and subscribe. As co-host of the Between Realities VR podcast, I really do feel like I have had a rare opportunity to really get an inside look at this amazing community of people who have created and supported this technology that has really brought us all together tonight. And in the hundreds of interviews that I've done with VR industry professionals and VR enthusiasts,
everyone's still voting for GOT.
Really is one thing that every single one of them has in common, besides
that is a good size mat, isn't it, Jeremy?
And that is passion for VR.
It's probably just so that they know where they have to stand the whole time up there.
For real. Passion is what drives this entire community. It is why we are here tonight. It is certainly not for the money, because we'd probably be rich by now. But, you know, it is what it is. By the way, am I being paid for this? Does anybody know? Are you getting paid?
Hey, thanks for the raid, Blancos. What's up? Welcome in.
It's not often that a technology comes along
What's up,
that
guys?
defines a generation.
We're watching the VR awards.
Enables the future, and occasionally has us punching our walls.
Thank you so much for the raid, brother.
But here we are, and
Gonna hit you with a shout out.
Which, by the way, it does seem like the age of mixed reality is really like aiming to solve that. You know, like.
Hello, welcome in. You're playing some jBahr. You hoping jBahr wins? That's what we're here for, guys. jBahr is one of the finalist nominees. So we're trying to see if they're gonna win.
And I really do think that it's
Piscate, what's up? Good to see you. Blancos, I'm doing well. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Had some time today, so I figured we'd watch the awards.
For VR injuries already, I really do feel like those are going to be behind us soon. You know, it's getting safer and better. But anyway, while it is about passion,
You Gorilla Take, get out of here, Bordeaux.
you know,
Oh, everyone knows Blank. We're basically saying it's rigged if jBahr doesn't win. Thank you so much for the follow too, brother.
By comparison, is growing exponentially. You know, it's already being used to educate and entertain.
By the way, just since you rated Blank, I'm going to mention while we're waiting for the awards to start here.
In erotic adult ways.
Yeah, Barbaria's on there. I never played
Check
that.
out if you haven't.
But maybe some people are rooting for that one. Pavlov does not deserve an award, Bordeaux. It's a great game at its core, but it hasn't changed for years, in my opinion. Yeah, tonight, guys, if anyone's interested, we're doing our VR community night, and I'm actually going to be playing Divigo starting at 7 p.m. Central, where people can join in, and you'll join in on PC. So as long as you have a gaming PC with Steam on it, you can get the game for free. So if anyone's interested in that, you can sign up in the VR community night channel in my Discord. But yeah, people will be joining in, fighting me in VR tonight. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Or spatial computing, or whatever you want to call it. The awards tonight are being presented to finalists that are chosen from over hundreds of candidates by an expert panel of over 70 judges from the far corners of the VR industry. Keep in mind, the nomination period did end in July, so anything that has come out post-July, you can look forward to as next year's finalist.
Oh,
if you are watching this from home right now, do me a favor and please light up that live
So
chat
you missed like quite a bit of the year.
And if you are here in this room right now,
Divigo's a lot. It's a lot of fun. I tested. I've been waiting for that game for years. Like I said, Jeremy, I've been waiting for it, and it finally came out yesterday. So I kind of changed the normal plans for VR Community Night to Divigo. What's up, Moon? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm good.
Right. Yes. Yes. We have a really good category to get things started off tonight. When I think of VR for good, I can't help but think about the medical and mental health professionals out there who are finding new, incredible ways to leverage VR to improve our lives. I think we can all picture
for DeVigo. Well, so the nice thing, Jeremy, is it's completely free for the PC player, right? If you're not playing as the Giant in VR, it's 100% free. It's like $25 as the Giant, which, I mean, as long as the game is good enough, right? I think it'll hold its own at that price.
But that's not the only way that VR can be.
Yeah, well, welcome in, Moon. Yeah, normally I'm not streaming during the day like this, as you might know, but had some extra time, so.
VR healthcare solution of the year.
VR healthcare solution of the year. Care VR. Safe patient handling VR.
This stuff's kind of cool, right? Like, I do like the idea of using VR for training like this.
Time is brain experience. Beyond Connect.
And the winner of VR Healthcare Solution of the Year is Oso Academy Oso VR. Congrats. Take this, take a photo here.
Love those kind of games.
Maybe you should. You got room for this? Very good.
Hi, I'm John Curtis, a developer on the platform team at Also VR. Thank you to the Academy. We are so honored to receive this award. VR continues to make a powerful impact in healthcare, as you can see from the incredible work of all our fellow nominees. With this technology, we are making a difference to the lives of people around the world every day. If you don't know Also VR, we are a surgical training and assessment platform, and this award is a testament to the talent and hard work of our amazing team. Thanks for supporting our mission.
Absolutely.
There
Congratulations.
you go, good stuff.
For many of us, putting the headset on makes us feel like a kid again, especially for the first time. I don't think I will ever forget that first time VR experience. And it's like suddenly anything is possible, and it really opens up our minds to new ideas and new possibilities, right? It's that feeling that I do think makes VR such a potent tool for learning. You know, it allows us to be fully present when we're training in a new skill in a way that is very, very difficult to make happen otherwise. Not to mention, it's a lot harder to fall asleep during class when you're being yeeted through the universe at 1,000,000 miles an hour like the Magic School Bus. Here are the finalists for VR Education and Training Solution of the Year.
VR Education and Training Solution of the Year.
Education and training solution. That could be an interesting one. Can't wait to play Assassin's Creed. Yeah, so I'm waiting for that too, Jeremy. I have the OWO vest as well, so I can feel the shocks. So I do plan on doing a video of me playing that. I don't know if I'm going to stream it. That one might actually end up just being like a video series on YouTube, so that I can make it pretty.
Certifier VR.
Get forklift certified in VR there.
FARP receipt and dispatch. Blueprint reading VR. Forum VR Mission Blue.
That looks like a milsim type thing, maybe. Oh no, maybe that was more science.
ChatGPT, conversational AI and VR soft skills.
ChatGPT, conversational AI and VR soft skills. Oh, they have like a piano vision kind of thing.
And the winner of VR Education and Training Solution of the
What's
Year.
up, Alpha? There is. This is the 7th
Certifier
International.
VR by NORCAT.
I'm trying, so it's on, I have it locked in at 1080p, and that's the highest resolution. So this is what it looks like, Skeeve. I think it's just because, I don't know, it's a live stream and maybe they don't have the bandwidth. Yeah. Yeah, we're just kind of Alpha Cat. We're just kind of here for the VR content creator of the year and the VR game of the year. That's what I'm waiting on.
You are. Congratulations. Of course. Oh, let's take a photo. Good.
Well, wow. We'd like to thank the Academy again for nominating us and giving us the award. You know, we're a small northern-based Ontario company, small team with big mission to do the best that we can in health and safety. And this says it all right here. Again, thank you.
Thanks to everybody at AIXR. It's fantastic to be here again. I gotta say thanks to the studio, everybody that helped us out.
Ski, did you see my thumbnail yet for DeVigo tonight?
Carrying this thing for the next 5 years, so enjoy. And
Yeah, baby.
thanks to my wife for putting up with me sitting at the computer 24/7. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That's how serious we're taking this tonight.
Box for you later.
Oh, they get like a little box thing?
There's no turning back now.
Moss.
Or so the saying goes. You've
That's
come
hot.
too far on this journey. A million moments of calm and chaos. Of triumph and heartbreak. It all led you to this. But when the fear
These are supposed to be really good games. I never played Moss yet. It's on the list.
It's the real heroes who do turn back.
And you get to play a cute, you get to work with a cute little mouse.
Stand behind them. Who give them the
Run!
strength to achieve the impossible.
Oh, Shooty, thank you for the likes. Appreciate that. Yeah, I never got into it. I have it. I have the first one. I just haven't installed and tried to play it yet. But I know a lot of people that have played it that have said it's pretty awesome. It looks like a fun game. All right, now we got some games. Oh, this is Impact Reality, huh? It'd be cool to see Impact Reality win. Those guys have done a lot of cool stuff. They've helped me out a lot. For sure. You didn't expect that? I like the Impact Reality folks. I met them all when I was at the Ghost of jBahr event too, but I talk with them pretty frequently now.
Off to a good start. Very good. Shout out to everybody in internet land. If you're watching the live stream.
Oh, the next one from Stress Level 0, I bet that'll be good.
#VRA23 if you want to make some posts out there. Make sure you use the hashtag. Always use the flame emojis. Thanks for being with us. I gotta say, it's a beautiful thing when technology is every bit as useful as it is cool. You know, we are lucky in that way with virtual reality. It's one of the coolest things ever to exist, yet its usefulness, that is right, it literally is, yet its usefulness seems to grow every year right alongside how awesome it's getting. And nowhere in the industry is this more apparent.
I work with them. I'm part of the Influence Reality group, which they basically, it's just like a group of content creators that Impact Reality brings in. Or It's the same people from Impact Reality, but they work with content creators too. So I've worked with them on a lot of things and working with other companies. They've connected me with other VR companies and games and things like that.
Enterprise Solution of the Year. Maestro EP.
Is there a mouse on the screen? Oh, that was part of that clip. There was a mouse sitting there. Okay, that was just the video in the background. I was like, I thought it was my mouse.
220 configurator. Revelate XR. RP1.
Yes, Geronimo is on my wish list, Jeremy. Geronimo looks like a Ready or Not type game in VR, and I'm all for that. I just picked up, was it VR Tactical Assault, which is kind of the same, but just like less. It's not very graphical, you know what I mean? Lower end graphics, but probably just to make it play really well. But Tactical Assault VR looks good too. Farm Sim.
Is OpenReach Innovation Hub by Digital Knots and OpenReach.
OpenReach Innovation.
That's for you, my good sir. That's for you. Yeah, you take that. We got a photo here.
Oh, they're wearing their kilts.
Get in.
Well, I got a big team. Best non-shooter VR game?
Congratulations.
I mean, that's my genre, but non-shooter VR game, best. I mean, I like a lot of the sports games. Like, I know maybe my vote might not be that cool shooty, but like I really like Golf Plus is a lot of fun.
So for us, thank you so
Moss.
This is just such an honor, and truly the competition was fantastic.
And I mean, I'll probably be done once we get through the Content Creator of the Year and the VR Game of the Year. Yeah, I know you like Golf Plus, Growlsy. Yeah, we still got to get on sometime. I got the
Congratulations. She has a box for you guys over here, okay?
I got the Pro Tube mount now. I have the Hella Real one as well, but I want to try the Pro Tube one out, and I haven't yet. Got to get in on that.
I think that it's safe to say that we'd all like to make the world a better place, right? It's easy to say like that. Much easier said than done. And it's one thing to have noble aspirations and another to take action and make a difference. Thoughts and prayers and likes and heart emojis don't always get the job done. And there are some people out there who are making some significant change. Here to
what's the brand of the one that you use, Grillsy?
Impact Award. Please help me in welcoming to the stage Andrea Balistreri.
Please welcome AIXR Chief of Operations, Andrea Balistreri.
All right. Thank you very much, Alex. I really appreciate it. You're on fire tonight. It's great. And good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here.
I think I've heard of that one. Let me look it up.
National VR Awards. So first of all, thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us. It is great to see so many friendly faces from partners, members, and friends here tonight. I'm really honored to be presenting the AIXR Social Impact Award this year because this award is a recognition as well.
Does it feel weird if the controller is not mounted to like the very end of it, but if it's mounted like side, you know, where it's like kind of coming off the side like that? Does it feel weird for the weight?
They all started with an idea. We can tell that ideas shape our beliefs influence our actions, and it's ultimately our actions that forge the reality that we all live in. Our finalists have shown us that the only thing as limited as VR is very likely our potential to make a difference. So without further ado, people get ready to be inspired. Here are the finalists of the AIXR Social Impact Award.
The AIXR Social Impact
Social Impact.
Kikik Turek, Arctic at Risk.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Body of Mine. Lifeguard VR. Spectra Cities. MLK, now is the time.
Alrighty. And the winner is MLK, now is the time.
Doesn't
by
lose.
Time
Oh,
Studios,
okay. Doesn't lose
Fly
tracking.
School Studio and MetaVR for good.
I really liked my Hello Real one. I like the mechanism they have.
Congratulations, guys.
Am I going to announce game and content creator of the year? No.
I'm Ryan Douglas.
Of course not, Bordeaux. Otherwise, I'd be there.
Deepwell is really close friends with Flight School.
They tried to give me all those awards, Bordeaux, and I said, nah, give it to other people. They deserve it. I'm humble like that.
Time Studios, Meta, and Flight School, thank you, members of the AXIR, for recognition of this project. This commitment to drive awareness around inequities and continue to persist in a society. I know these people, they do this for real.
Am I gonna announce it in the Discord?
Every bit of that, and if you got in that experience, and if you were there and you watched Dr. King make a presentation, then you had to get in a car and be accosted, for someone like me, it was a moment of understanding that was really pivotal. So these guys earned this, and I know they're grateful. Thank you.
Let's take a picture.
Oh, what the heck is this? I've never seen this game before. Oops, paused it for a second. My bad. PC VR, take advantage of Quest 3 XR so I can stream it live. Yeah. What's up, Olin? Are you? Oh, did you guys really? I thought I turned those off. Oh my gosh, they shouldn't be working. I'll do them anyways, because I'm nice like that. Yeah, audio is a little out of sync for that one, huh? All right, we'll do your crouches. I'll get you some squats. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a big fan, so I appreciate the selfie. All right. Besides being really cool, VR is also one of the most inspiring technologies to ever exist for us.
Once we get through game and content creator of the year, I'll be done. James.
The second I put the headset on, my life completely changed, and I have not looked back. And I know I'm not the only one. You know, a lot of you in this room right now and a lot of you watching from home know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't, then I don't know why you're watching this. you must know. Some of you even dropped everything that you were doing and started VR companies. The rest of us just got really good at VR mini golf. You guys started companies. And this year's finalists honestly prove that if there's a will, there's a way, and they're here to make an impact on the industry. here are the finalists for Rising VR Company of the Year.
Rising VR Company of the Year. Andromeda Entertainment.
There, boom.
Deepwell
It's
DTX.
hidden.
Delta Reality. Flipside
Delta.
XR. Impact Reality XR. Chemotic Studios. Petrichor.
Wait, oh, which is this? What was this category?
RP1. Soundscape. Scredo Studio.
No. Nothing yet. FTF.
The Meta Movie.
Oh, so this is like film stuff. The meta movie thing was interesting to me, honestly, guys. I've seen some stuff over Twitter about the meta. Yeah, they're done. They're doing awards now, so they're not yapping anymore.
Rising VR Company of the Year.
Rising VR Company, that's right.
The Meta Movie.
Okay, so that one I would have kind of guessed was gonna win. I've seen some stuff on the meta movie, and I actually want to learn more about what they're doing, because like that actually seemed like they do like events where like you're basically in VR, but you're like a part of the movie, right? And then you get like the whole movie at the end of it or something. Seems like that. Why is everyone saying no in the chat? I don't think Tabor was part of that.
Hello.
I gotta go back to the categories here.
It's for you. Where's our photo? There he is. Come on.
So we are on, where's Rising VR Company?
I just want to thank everybody.
Oh, so Impact Reality was in on that. It would have been cool to see them win.
There are so many great people in this category. It's very hard. Like, I just feel like all of you guys are so good. Skiva, man. We are a very, very small company. We're a very, very small company, and we are not.
Got a light hitting the camera here. What's up, Fourth Wall Breaker? That's what it was. Yeah, yeah, okay. The next is what are we on? VR Film of the Year.
You know, one day there will be Broadway.
I mean, Gaming Content Creator of the Year is the last two, so I mean, we're watching. I probably won't watch after they give out the awards. They have something after that, guys.
They've heard of us, and honestly, most of that recognition, I have to say, in the last year or so, is because of my Chief Marketing Officer, Annabelle Paulino.
It's good though, Fourth Wall. Hopefully, you're doing well.
You know that marketing is so difficult and so important, and when you're small and you have no marketing budget, you have to just beg for everything. And when I brought on Annabelle, she changed everything for us. She made us recognize, she got us out there. She's not just doing social media, she's doing outreach, she's partnerships, one-on-one. She's getting in your DMs, asking if you'll buy a ticket.
Next is Outstanding VR Company of the Year.
Say just a few words, because I'm so proud of you.
What's up, Mikey? How you doing, brother?
Unbelievable.
You're not late. This is an off stream.
I can't believe we won this category. There's so many great.
It's kind of last minute that I realized I was able to do this because some meetings get canceled for me. But
Honor for me to be a part of the Meta Movie team, the company, the community.
the meta movie does seem interesting, guys.
So
Like I
good.
said, I was.
AIXR, thank you, Ryan Schultz. Thank you, Kent Bai. Thank you, Andy Fidel.
Yeah, so like you
Thank
play a
so
role
many
in like a
to everyone
full-length
who has ever supported
VR
us.
experience. It does look cool. I remember looking at this a while back.
If you can reach people and make them understand.
Yeah, we gotta play some more, Mikey. Hey, Contractor Showdown looks really good. That's coming out early next year. That's gonna be a main game for me.
To get people to come and buy a ticket.
Yeah, you didn't miss a whole lot with the awards
immersive
yet.
theater, because that's who we are.
But yeah, we gotta get in. I've been playing a little more Pavlov again.
So much.
Your mom looks cool. Thanks. Oh, the meta movie is powered by Resonite, huh? Okay. Yeah, well, so I know, Grelty. That's a conflict for you. I mean, I gotta be honest. I've always like they've always been cool with me. And Contractor Showdown, it does look good. Man, I gotta be honest. It does look good.
It's what happens next really
I've been
can be
waiting for
truly
it.
remarkable. Efforts are being made right now by some of the
We'll have
most
to find a way to mend that
on this
relationship,
planet
or else see.
that are shaping the future of VR technology and everything that it touches. There are some companies out there that are able to rise above all of the many challenges that we experience in this industry, like learning how to drink coffee with a headset on. And they're delivering products and services that are truly setting a new standard for what virtual reality even means. These are the finalists for Outstanding VR Company of the Year.
Outstanding VR Company of the Year. Avanti's Education. Borderless. Fundamental VR.
I don't know a lot of these. I know N Dreams or Nreal. What is it? N something is in here. Yeah, N Dreams. I know them, kind of.
Sensorium. Soul Assembly. Virtualware. VRgineers.
They're doing VR while doing surgery.
N Dreams.
Yeah, N Dreams I've heard of.
And the winner of Outstanding VR Company of the Year, N Dreams.
Okay, it's like it's only the ones that like, and I'm not saying like I haven't heard of everything, right? But it's like it's a lot. For the last one, I said the meta movie. This one, I said N Dreams because those are like the ones that I know about. VRgineers. They're cool.
There it is. This is yours as well.
Let's see what they do.
Take a photo.
High resolution professional VR sets.
Wow. So I'm Jake.
Oh, they do like the pilot training stuff. Okay, that makes sense then.
The only guy they've sent. I've been there like a year. I've been center speech. It's a huge honor to be up here, like accepting this on behalf of the incredible team at N Dreams and all the partners we're working with and developers we're working with, without whom this wouldn't be
Oh yeah,
possible.
Jeremy, I would guarantee they go that route. More like productivity and like experience type things versus being gaming heavy on the Apple side, I bet. That might be it, Pestle. Maybe I'm psychic. Let's look at this next one. So VR location-based entertainment. Let's see what I've heard of. I've heard of Hollowgate. And I've heard of zero latency VR. So we're going to say zero latency VR. But this one's a toss-up for me because I don't know. We're getting closer, guys. God, I'm going to have to make dinner pretty much as soon as I'm done with this. They're in Cutter. Apple doesn't belong in the VR world, yeah. Hey, I mean, I'm interested in what people put out with the Apple Vision. I mean, I think that the price is just, like, it's just nuts. I don't know, honestly, for me, like, and how I felt with everything is, like, I am not the type of person, I will not wear my Quest 3 to try to do, like, productivity stuff, right? And, like, have a bunch of monitors up. It's just not comfortable enough or light enough or, like, just low profile enough. I definitely think, like, productivity and, like, AR stuff makes a lot more sense with, like, glasses. You know what I mean? Like, the AR type glasses. It just makes more sense to me. So, I don't... Well, I think we're gonna see a lot more of that, like, you know, VR headsets and stuff. I mean, they're best. They're always gonna be best at like the actual full-on VR type of experiments where you or experiences where you want to be like a lot more immersed. Well, there's already AR glasses out there. FTF, maybe not one's powerful enough to do things like the Quest are doing, but like that's what I mean. Like it's gonna take time, right? The technology's got to get better and smaller, but I think it could get there. You know, but that's when I think that'll make more sense to me. Cutter Airways, huh?
Anyone here have a terrible first VR experience? depending on what it was, it could have been enough to set you back years. From
Mostly serviceable for user abroad. See, I know some people say they love it.
Machines like the chair in the middle of the mall with the
I use my
headset on it,
Pico
but I know
4.
are these
I've used that every now and then when I'm like upstairs in my room and I have my laptop out and I want to have like a couple extra monitors. But I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like doing that for too long. It just doesn't.
Are really, really important. And for a lot of people, location-based experiences are their very first opportunity to try anything related to virtual reality. That said, location-based VR can be the very best VR. And it is important now to recognize and appreciate the people who are ensuring that the general public has access to the very best that VR has to offer.
Yeah, they didn't give him a teleprompter, did they?
For location-based experience of the year.
VR location-based entertainment of the year.
I heard a Hologate. Zero latency VR is the one I've heard of the most. Oh, that's that. That first one is the dude that was singing.
Horizon of Khufu. Aki's Market. Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and that's what I have Pastel, right? I've got 3 monitors here, and
VR ride Shade in Eden.
I guess it's easy for me because I work from home, right? So it's like, but like honestly, I would love a good, like for traveling, I would love an awesome like productivity AR solution. I just don't want to like, if I'm gonna travel and have something like that with me, I don't. It doesn't need to be a full VR set. Like it would be nice if it was just glasses.
Zero latency, Gen 3.
See, Zero Latency is the one I heard, so we'll shout out them, see if they get anything going. The Netherlands are 50 years behind the U.S. You've heard of D-Day and Zero Latency? Your office is not great. Yeah, I've worked from home for so long. Like even before COVID, I was able to work from home, and I'm just it's too comfy.
Entertainment of the year. In Pursuit of Repetitive Beats, East City Films.
In Pursuit of Repetitive Beats? I wonder if anyone just gets pissed. They don't win.
Yeah, there it is, of course. Yeah, you can have this one. That's for you.
Thank you very much.
There you are. Take a photo.
Oh, Friday.
Excellent, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I guess I'll speak. Shall I speak? Yeah, I got the mic.
It's gonna be
I want to
Ghostbusters.
say thank you very much to the jury and.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how the location-based
involved with
Ghostbusters
Industry of
experience
Repetitive
is.
Beats, in particular, the BFI who funded it, and the Coventry City of Culture, and all the people that worked on it. It was a big team that worked on it, all seeing eye.
The next is
all the
VR
guys from
marketing
Films,
campaign of the year.
Ashley, who's the producer, and Dan Tucker, who's the exec producer. And it's a really great experience. We're touring it still.
It's got to be
really about
GOT, right?
Authenticity is about like
Oh,
those
Kanye on the
adventures
awards
that you
show.
take when you're
I'm
young,
gonna let you
go
finish,
out
but
and you meet the people that you want to have those nights out with. It's about rave music.
there you go, FDF.
It's a lot of fun. So please try it. Do you want to say anything?
You said it all there, Darren, but look, we're really surprised that we won, and we're so pleased.
People are trying to shout out Gorilla Tag.
All of the stuff we've seen tonight looks amazing. We're kind of different. So imagine what Darren just said and just think, what the hell is this? Come and check it out. We're really proud to have won. Thank you, AXR, and thank you all. All right.
I just keep shouting out GOT. Apparently there's a lot of Gorilla Tag kids in the comments, as people are saying.
Congratulations. All right, shut up. Our next finalist has done the impossible, and they've created ads that we don't want to skip, if you can believe that. Advertisers, marketers, and promoters are constantly looking for new ways to.
Hey, while this is going on, I'm gonna rock a hot piss. 1 second, I'll be right back.
When VR becomes the focal point of that campaign and really allows the audience to get a brand new perspective on the product or the service that really only VR could provide. The winner of the next award has placed a particular focus on the originality and creativity of their message. Here are the finalists for VR Marketing Campaign of the Year.
VR Marketing Campaign of the Year. Tokyo Game Show VR 2022. Swarco Virtual Meta City. VR Communicator. Qverse. Eglow World of Lights.
And the winner of VR Marketing Campaign of the Year, Tokyo Game Show VR 2022 by Dentsu and Amber.
All right, who won? Oh, he's finding out. Oh, no, they're coming up. Okay.
So actually, I'm not a member of the Tokyo Game Show VR. So I'm just friends. So since they were unable to attend this ceremony, but I'm a very good friend of theirs in my home country, Japan. So, I make comments. I leave the comments for them. So in fact, I work for a different company called My Dears, and we were nominated for 2 categories. So this category and VR Game of the Year. So it is very frustrating for me. Very frustrating for me.
He's got to shut up.
So, but I'm very
That's actually
happy
kind of funny.
for them to receive the awards. So I leave the comments on behalf of theirs. So good evening, estimated judges and industry peers. So it's a privilege to stand here on behalf of the creators behind Tokyo Game Show.
Got that
VR.
light. Yeah, there you go.
They can't be here today, but they've entrusted me to express their gratitude as they received the awards. VR Marketing Campaign of the Year. So Tokyo Game Show VR has redefined virtual exhibitions and showcased the true potential of VR in connecting brands with audiences. These awards celebrate
What do these guys
not
do?
only their
Tokyo
innovative marketing approach, but the boundless
Tokyo
creativity
Game Show.
of the VR community at large. So the Tokyo Game Show VR team sends their heartfelt gratitude and hopes their endeavor serves as inspiration for even greater achievement in the realm of VR. Thank you.
Good job, man. This is for you. And let's take a, no, we're doing it. We're doing it. Hey! Yeah. And then let's take this box for you, okay?
That guy's kind of funny. Sounds like a character from Team America. Got a heavy accent.
He has my vote for host of this show next year. Just kidding. You have to pry it from me, dude.
Now it's VR Film of the Year.
Cruising right along. Everyone loves movies. Simple, right? They take us on impossible journeys and allow us to feel emotions like we're right there with the characters. It can be an actually, truly a visceral experience watching a movie, and that's just done with a single screen. You know, when you add VR, changes things a little bit. You know, VR has this unique ability to trigger empathy in us, and it's done
So now
by
we're
fully
doing-
immersing us into something
Okay.
that's so convincing, you really feel like you're experiencing it firsthand, making you the hero.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I don't know any of these.
Every story.
Maybe Wonder of Life I've heard of as the VR film. I think I've heard of that one.
VR Film of the Year. Space Explorers, Spacewalkers Extended. A night in another world. Wonder of Life. Vila Ventorum. Behind the Dish. Reimagined Volume 2, Mahal.
And
And the
my
winner
vote, Wonder of
VR
Life.
Film of the Year. Space Explorers, Spacewalkers Extended. By
Spacewalkers.
Felix and Paul Studios.
Yeah, I mean, space stuff is awesome, right? I mean, I should have guessed that, but Wonders of Life is the only one I heard of. You got it right. What is this? I'm looking at them on YouTube right now.
So they were not able
So you
to
can
be here
do
today, but
they're from Quebec. I'm from Quebec, so I'm receiving the award on their behalf. So they're deeply honored to accept this this award. Thanks VR Awards and AIXR. I think their work, their film, is really a work of art, and it shows the power of immersive VR. So thanks all to contributing to this VR industry, and I think we're shaping together the future of storytelling. Thank you.
Yeah. That, take this, take a photo here. Over here. So it's not going to be long before AI is tapping into our biometrics, harvesting our subconscious, and creating procedurally generated immersive content that is specific to exactly.
Couple more guys, and then we're on Game of the Year. Hardware of the Year would be kind of interesting.
Nothing scary about that.
If VR2 wins, I'm gonna be if PlayStation VR2 wins, I'm gonna be pissed.
These are the people that we have to thank for bringing us worthwhile and thought-provoking reasons.
Oof. And Meta is in it for the Meta Quest Pro. I don't think that should win.
VR Experience of the Year.
Okay, but this one's VR Experience of the Year. So what do we got? Quantum Bar. See, I don't know anything. I know Soundscape. I've heard of Soundscape.
The Tarot Experience VR.
I'm hoping the Pico actually wins it. I really am. I don't think Quest Pro gets it. Vive XR Elite. Somnium VR1, I mean, wasn't really widely. The Cyberynth VidMill is interesting, though. That is a treadmill.
Locker Room.
Cyberynth Visualizer. I've seen those around. I didn't realize. So it's interesting that that's in. I guess it is. Yeah. It's hard. So they call it video production, though. So it is. It's very business oriented, enterprise oriented. Yeah. PSVR 2 better not get it. I'm sorry, but they do not deserve an award for the best hardware. I think they're okay. I think PSVR 2 is fine, but definitely not hardware of the year.
Of VR Experience of the Year, Broken Spectre Games by Stitch.
Okay, don't know that one. Don't know that one. It's equivalent to the Quest. Yeah, to me, I mean, maybe slightly visually better, right? And it has like the haptics and the face and stuff, so it's got like a couple of benefits compared to the Quest 2, but being wired and all that kind of stuff doesn't really make it hardware of the year for me.
Very good.
I'm shocked. Thank you to the jury for like looking through just an incredibly diverse range of experiences. I don't know how like so many incredible projects were in this category. That's hence my surprise. I gotta thank who paid for it. It's the Canada Media Fund, Ontario Creates, the National NSERC, and all of them really showed a lot of bravery for this beautiful and sometimes devastating story. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of people that I really do need to thank. But what unites them all is that at some point during this project, they fought for something. They fought for an idea that they wanted to add, and together, all of them made it what it is, and truly is incredible. Thank you so much for this honor. Congratulations.
Oh, Vertex Stadium's in this? I mean, I know Vertex. I don't think they've done a ton, but I really liked their Counter-Strike event stuff and what they were doing with that. Vertex Stadium is pretty cool. Are they part of any of this? No, this is not. This is just an ad. Okay. I do hope that they do more of this with Counter-Strike 2, though. Like I want to see like every major Counter-Strike event should be a part of this if they want to kind of get out there. Probably pay a pretty penny for a spot there. And Pico. Oh, Arizona Sunshine 2 is going straight to Pico. That's pretty cool. I wonder when Pico's actually going to pull the trigger and start selling in the US, or when they can. I don't know what stops them. You know, I'm sure that they would be ready if they really could be.
Hashtag VRA23. Flame emojis. And a bunch of noise in here. How's it going, everybody? You doing all right? I hope you're enjoying yourselves. I'm having fun.
All right, hardware of the year, guys, and then it's game of the year and content creator of the year right after that.
One does not become a VR content creator by choice. It is a compulsion.
Wait, I thought we were on hardware of the year.
Drives some of us to share
Oh, maybe
the
we're
thing
doing
that we
content
love
creator right
and
now.
Shout it from the rooftops of the internet. Making VR videos is
Valve needs to come out with their next headset ASAP. I do have the big screen Beyond coming to me though. It should be on its way. Actually, let me see if I have a.
And you know, and while we are lucky to have such talent and skill among our VR content creator friends, it really is their infectious love for this technology and commitment to its community that makes every single one of them so deserving of this award. Here are the finalists for VR Content Creator of the Year.
VR Content Creator of the Year.
Estimated delivery of the Beyond is December 4th, guys. So maybe we'll use it by Tuesday next week. Okay, so yeah, we skipped. Cast and Cherry. They make good videos though.
Get him. Mateo 311. Nathan.
I think out of here, who do you guys want to win? I honestly, I will say out of like the people that I watch or that I'll come across, like VR Oasis has always been a really good one.
The VR show.
Like I've always just liked his content. Like I think out of videos when I'm like, oh, I want like a pretty good overview of something, like I have watched his stuff. Tyriel's got some good stuff too. I'll say probably VR Oasis.
Tyriel Wood. VR Oasis.
You think Mateo? See, I haven't seen a lot of. I know he does a lot of stuff. I just haven't seen a lot of it.
And the winner, VR Content Creator of the Year, is Beardo Benjo.
Oh, Beardo Benjo won. I have seen some of Beardo Benjo stuff. He does have good stuff.
Thank you so much for nominating me as one of your Content Creators of the Year 2023. I truly don't believe I stand a chance of winning this award. But if you're seeing this video, then the impossible has happened. Everything's gone bonkers, and I have actually won this award, which is crazy. And in that instance, there are a few people I would like to thank. Firstly, thank you to everyone who voted for me. It means the world to me that you would take the time to vote for me as your favorite content creator, or the one most worthy of winning this award, when so many other amazing.
Do you guys think we make the list of at least nominees next year?
Someone who's only ever watched
Maybe if we hit something hard right away.
of my content, that still means the world to me.
Oh, I like Gamertag. I've played actually quite a few games with Gamertag now, just during random events and stuff. And he's a pretty down to earth guy.
From the solo bedroom indie developers to the huge development studios, publishers, community managers,
This one dude?
QA testers, everyone making VR products right now, thank you more than anyone for doing what you do, because if it wasn't for you,
I like that he's got an
wouldn't be
Evil
here
Dead
making
poster
this
up there.
content, because there would be nothing for me to be that passionate and excited about. VR is amazing because you're making amazing content, and I truly believe that it will continue to get bigger and better as the years go on. So keep doing what you're doing. I know
Good for him.
VR as a niche within the gaming market is hard. I understand that, but you're doing amazing work. As long as you're here making amazing VR products, I'm going
it's
to
a
be
good
here
shout out.
shouting about it, trying to push VR as far as it can go. Once again, thank you to everyone who voted for me. This is unreal. I love you all. Take care. Peace.
No, it sucks that he couldn't be there to get it. You're not you're not crying. Oh, I just said his name.
Something that I like to say is that the R in VR and AR and MR, that R is really not to be taken lightly, right? That R stands for reality. It's important, you know?
Okay, game of the year.
What we're experiencing right now is a shared sensory perception experience. It's the culmination of what our eyes, nose, mouth, senses, all of it just tells us about our surroundings. I am constantly blown away by what VR technology is capable of today. By hijacking our sensory perception organs, the geniuses that have made this stuff have convinced us that these experiences and feelings that we're having in VR aren't just virtual, they are real.
So this must be hardware of the year.
Every year, it's companies like these that are bringing us the devices that enable our imaginations to become increasingly more tangible. Here are the finalists for VR hardware of the year.
VR hardware of the year.
I don't know, there's only so far been a couple other like content creators that I've kind of gotten into it with. There's one that I still have beef with that I'm not going to mention, but they were not on this list.
Video production treadmill. Vive XR Elite.
Hey, what's up, Farmer? How you doing, brother?
Quest Pro.
You're here for like the best part of the awards. So far, it's been a lot of just whatever. Oh, I'm sure you do.
Somnium VR1.
I have to roll in on my cat VR. I'll just like have it like wheels under it, but I have to actually run on it while it's getting carted in there. I would do that, Jeremy. You think I wouldn't? I would. Okay, if PlayStation VR 2 wins, I'm flipping out.
All right. And the winner for VR hardware of the year,
Pico.
PlayStation VR 2 by Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Why? Why would this is the VR awards, Dovrik, so it's more than just games, but oh my god. Why? Why PSVR 2? I think as any of us that have actually been playing VR, like I have PSVR 2 and a bunch of other headsets at this point, right? Like PSVR 2 is the one that I least go back to. And I think what happens with PSVR 2 is it's so siloed because there's people out there that had a PS5, then they got PSVR 2, so that's all they know and that's all they want to stick with. But there's been so many failures with PSVR 2 and like the games and like all that kind of stuff. It's just I do not think they should have won that.
Thank you to the VR awards, to AIX.
Is that what you're waiting for, Dovrik?
This wonderful honor.
Money? Yeah. It's Sony, right? So they got, I mean, maybe they got the ducats to sway people, but I don't know what makes it hardware of the year. Like when you're talking about something of the year, it's like, what did PSVR do that, you know? Oh, for sure, Farmer. Yeah, we've been kind of talking about that. Really, all we're waiting on now is this last one, which is the game of the year, and we're hoping that Ghost of Tabor nails it. I mean, they deserve it. I think Ghost of Tabor deserves it, but maybe I'm biased because you know I like those guys, and but I just love the game too. So, out of anything up there, I would say Ghost of Tabor deserves it. Yeah. So Muppet, I'm like, I don't think PSVR 2 is bad, like horrible by any means. I just don't think it's the hardware of the year when it comes to VR. You know what I mean? Compared to other stuff, like even Meta should beat them in that. And I guess that means like we got to keep in mind it starts in July of the year, so like the Quest 3 technically wasn't in, and I guess their entry was the Quest Pro, which I would say probably the Quest Pro maybe under PSVR 2, so I'll take that back. Meta probably doesn't beat up PSVR 2 in that. I'm sure the Quest 3 will win next year, but I just, PSVR 2 does not deserve the win for that. It's just not, you know, that was them just kind of like catching up with all the other VR stuff out there. I don't think it was them surpassing anything.
You've chosen death. Just another day at work.
I do want to play some Stride Fates though soon. Who won the new VR company of the year? Let me look at the list again. I can tell you once I see it. N-Dreams did.
If I were to ask those of you in the room or even at home,
Okay, so this is how Game of the Year works. It says a public vote makes up 10% of the final score, and then the judging panel makes up 90%. So the public only has a 10% impact on who wins VR Game of the Year.
Become majorly famous for their contributions to technology. We really are standing on the shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, if they were able to bring some of their major IPs into VR in a meaningful way, Jeremy, yes, but they would have to do it right. You know, it can't suck. Yeah, I don't know what makes them consider it new, to be honest, Farmer. Endreams is the only one I had heard of when that one was coming up.
Contributed directly to the conception of VR as we know it today.
But because, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've heard of them for a while now, so I don't know what category, or like how long you've had to have been around to be considered new, or have not been around.
And
Sounds like USA voting.
Their first taste of presence while
Let's see how the chat goes.
Environments in 1969.
Wait.
It's crazy.
What is this?
By the mid-70s, his video.
Oh, so this is a specific person. This is the Lifetime award. Okay. This wasn't on the list that I'm looking at.
And a remote user is
So this is one guy that's been involved in VR apparently since like the 60s, and that's kind of a big deal, right? Like that's kind of cool.
And before this, it was unprecedented. There was no type of interaction that existed like this before the Video Plays project came along. It has paved the way for the embodied interactions that we are experiencing today, and it is my great honor to present the VR Lifetime Achievement Award this year to Mr. Myron Kruger.
I mean, I would say that's pretty cool, right? If you've been involved in VR since like the 60s, like that's about as OG as it gets, right?
I want to thank AIXR for this award and briefly describe my work. 1966, I went to
Greltsy, honestly, that's probably the strategy. Everyone's here for games.
of shaping the encounter between humans and machines.
Yeah, hats off to this dude. Agreed, Farmer.
A number of experiments.
PSVR 2 won Hardware of the Year FTF for some unknown reason.
In 1970, visitors to the University Art Gallery saw their life-size video images projected in front of them on a giant screen. Computer graphics were superimposed on their live images, and my hope was that visitors
Sony money
would interact with those graphics. Controlling the graphics, making this a telecommunication experience. It created a virtual space in which we were together that I dubbed Video Place and defined as an artificial reality in which the laws of cause and effect were composed by
FTF, be nice to this guy. This guy's been involved in VR stuff since the 60s. Imagine what VR looked like in the 60s.
were real and expected their images could affect them. They played virtual volleyball, frolicked with a graphic creature, or discovered that they could draw with their fingertips. In 1982,
Yeah, the video's a little laggy, but... Well, exactly, Farmer. It's more like conceptualizing at that point, right?
As artificial reality.
He is lagging.
It introduced the concept of VR, the tech required, as well as...
Yeah, so he's talking about concepts of it back then.
The Video Place system described in the book, comprising real-time computer vision and handmade computer graphics, was demonstrated at SIGGRAPH 85 and Chi 86. Video Place and the Video Desk, which was its tabletop incarnation, were both used.
Oh my god, there's so many Gorilla Tag stands in the chat too, but now now GOT's coming back.
Among these were history maps for blind people.
Hey, what's up, VR Rat? How you doing, brother?
Disabled, and the Video Desk, which could be used to operate traditional...
Might have a high KD. I mean, that's very possible.
Multi-point control. The system was also used to control. I don't know if my work triggered what family, what happened, or merely anticipated what was going to happen anyway, but I did enjoy myself. Again, I am honored to receive this award and want to acknowledge the contributions of Katrin Henriksen, who worked with me for 15 years. Thank you.
Honestly, VR Rat, it's been, I don't know, it's been okay. The VR awards, like a lot of it's uninteresting to, I think, a lot of us that are just focused on gaming stuff. Really what we've been waiting on is the tail end here, which you're just arriving for, which is the game of the year.
The real deal.
We are trying to find, we're hoping game. I keep saying Game of Thrones. Ghost of jBahr wins. We're hoping Ghost of jBahr wins. They gotta win.
It's the final category.
But I did read it, and it says 90. Okay, so it says 10% of the Game of the Year vote is decided by the public, and 90% is decided by this panel of like 70 some judges that they have.
It was a VR game.
So I mean, it's very possible for that Ghost of jBahr is going to lose if the panel of judges is like,
the first time I played a VR game, there is something absolutely magical of that
you know,
realization
not
that you are inside of the game world, and in an instant, I saw the future.
not in tune with that kind of gaming. I don't know how they pick their panel.
It's kind of fun to go on a murderous rampage in a game like Blade and Sorcery. So, who knew? But seriously, VR games are a labor of love. They truly are. And the good ones are critical to the adoption of this technology that we've been celebrating together all night long. I take great pride in helping to recognize some of the best efforts that are made in VR gaming in this past year. Here are the finalists for VR Game of the Year.
VR Game of the Year. Ghosts of jBahr. The Light Brigade.
You heard a big,
The King's Ransom.
you heard a big shout when Ghost of jBahr was in there.
Dyschronia. Chronos Alternate. Call of the Sea VR. Among Us VR. Before Your Eyes. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2. Horizon, Call of the Mountain. No More Rainbows. Barbaria. Propagation. Paradise.
Propagation was fun, but definitely not Game of the Year material.
All right, our last award, the winner of VR Game of the Year, Ghosts of jBahr.
Yes!
Combat Waffle Studios.
Let's go! That's right. All right, that's what was well deserved. We'll see Scott come out there, right? Scott's there. That's what we needed. Good shit, jBahr. That's all with Blue Waffle Studio. Stop it, Farmer. hey! There we go, guys. Turn the volume up. This is now as high as it goes. VR Rat. Oh no, Scott, but we got Proper D there.
Yeah, I'm in the middle, of course. Beautiful. For you?
Yeah, these guys are great.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. There was.
Uh-oh.
It's insane. All of those games.
These are some
we
great
were
dudes.
Watching it, and I was just sitting there right now. I was like, we don't stand a chance. It's amazing. Thank you so much, AIXR, for having us. I would really like to thank the team. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. Our CEO was there with us. So we had great leadership through it all, and we couldn't have done it without the team. I'd really like to thank our publishers as well, our publisher, and our partners. You helped us endure through the hardest of times.
Looks like a Hitman. Yeah, he kind of does.
And
see if he has the barcode.
Would really like to thank the gamers, the gaming community.
All right, well, guys, honestly, that's what we were here for. I'm happy jBahr won.
Enduring everything.
That's what we needed.
I know it was rough in the beginning when we launched the game. For those that don't know, it was a little rough. And
yeah, Farmer. I super enjoyed Propagation, but it wasn't like
And we will.
I think I would say limited for what it is, right? I think it was a good story. It was good on that, but there was like limited interactions in the game, all that kind of stuff.
The tutorial guy.
The tutorial guy.
Sorry, I prepared something. My brain is absolutely on fire with the adrenaline, so I have to refer to this. I just want to say a few words. Scott, our CEO, he would have been here if he could have. He's been the origin, the spark, the catalyst for everything that we've achieved so far. As we accept this award, we do recognize the responsibilities.
Oh, that already got given out at FT.
We are
it was bearded Benjo.
Innovate and really try and push the boundaries of what's possible, as I'm sure everybody here is.
I just haven't seen a lot of his stuff.
That everyone here all knows and believes in the VR's potential, VR's promise. I think we've all been inspired by it, bewitched by it, some might say. But this award is not just in recognition of Ghosts of jBahr. All of these awards,
give him a shout out
everything
here.
that's going to come, they're all very deserved celebrations of this drive that just seems to be so inherent in our growing VR community. Players, creators, developers, all alike. It's a truly humbling experience, and it's just simply awesome to be a part of it. So, again, a final thank you. Here's to shaping the future of VR together. Thank you all.
Congratulations. Okay, right over here. Put your, congrats, brother.
That's it. Just kidding. No. While we take a moment to invite all of our winners back up to the stage, please.
All right, guys.
I'll just take a second here to thank you all. Thank you so much for for being here tonight. Thank you for
Benjo did. Yeah, see, I never interact with him much, Farmer, but that's not good if that's what he was doing.
To be not only a part of this VR community as like an enthusiast,
I only have one or maybe two other people out there that I've kind of gotten into it with.
I sat in this audience last year and was watching this show, and I was like, "That's gonna be me next year," and here it is, and it's a dream come true. And it's honestly because of all of your support and encouragement that I'm here and being a part of this, and know that the feeling is mutual and that's being reciprocated among all of us every single day that we talk about.
Peace out, girls. So yeah, guys, I'm probably going to hop off at this.
Come and join me on the stage. Let's take
Thank you guys, by the way, for hanging out. And as a reminder, I am doing Devigo tonight. So if you guys haven't seen yet, check it out. So I got while we were working on this, I finished up my thumbnail. But Devigo is, one of those games where 4 people can play on PC, and then one person's the giant in VR, which will be my role tonight. And the PC version of the game is free, so all you need is a PC and Steam so that you can play it. But yeah, so I'll be doing that tonight starting 7 Central, so that's 3 hours from now. If you want to sign up, just head into the Discord and sign up in the VR Community Night channel so I know who's all going to be there. I do believe I have some Peaky Blinders keys to give away. I think I got like it's somewhere between 3, 4, or 5 of them. I got to look. So it's called Devigo, but it's going to be fun. I have a link to the game in the VR Community Night chat as well, but it's free for the PC player. Honestly, it's fun. It's incredibly fun. I've been waiting for this game to come out for years, actually, because it's been teased for a long time. So please do try to step in and check it out tonight. Like I said, we'll be starting at 7 in about 3 hours. So I'm going to go so that I can get a couple of things done before then. But cheers, guys. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, huge congrats to jBahr. Well deserved, and that's who I was hoping to see win today. So I'm happy, and I'm going to leave happy. And then I will see you guys later tonight.